This live high school game on Lake TV is presented by Slumberland Furniture, the Midmo Sports Network, Surdyke Yamaha, Marcus Sikora State Farm, Hollywood Boat Lifts, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, Quick Car in Osage Beach, Clark Tire in Sunrise Beach, Ozark Homes, Vera Cruz in Versailles, Columbia College Lake of the Ozarks, Crown Power in Eldon, the Missouri State High School Activities Association, Como Connect, Hedges Scott Funeral Homes, the Citizens for the Promotion of Sports Tourism at the Lake of the Ozarks, and LOZ Boats, the #1 Lake of the Ozarks boating community on Instagram. It's time for the Slumberland Furniture pregame show.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. And this Friday night, we find ourselves at the Audrey J. Walton Sports Complex in Versailles, Missouri. It's a chilly night, and I'm joined by the great Chris Schneider here for Versailles homecoming. And Chris, tell you what, two teams very even on paper. And if you look at the Versailles Tigers, probably the most dangerous 0-6 team we've had.
Yeah, well, that's what Osage will tell you for sure. In fact, Coach Devin Johnson has been telling his players that all week long. This team may not have a win, but they are dangerous, and there's no doubt about this. Osage hoping to ruin homecoming for the Tigers tonight. So we'll see if they can repay the favor the Tigers did them last year.
And we'll have an action-packed broadcast tonight, this year Slumberland Furniture pregame show. And tonight, during our halftime show, we'll actually have the entire homecoming coronation ceremony live for you guys to watch live. And also, during our pregame show tonight, we'll talk with both head coaches. We'll spotlight one special player, Chris, that we like, one from both teams, and we'll also discuss what we feel both teams have to do to come out of tonight's game with a victory.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got some highlights from last week to show folks, right? And you actually sent some camera people out to the Lebanon-Camdenton game last week, which turned out to be a great game. Kind of Camdenton pulled away a little bit late, but some great video from that as well. So a whole lot of stuff coming up.
That highlight video would be a great one. And then, of course, we also have our game of the week as California, fresh off their win, went to play the winless Eldon Mustangs. What a game that was. So highlights from both of those we'll let you guys enjoy. And it's the Eldon Mustangs playing host to California Pintos.
Teams that are just fighting for anything they can get. Eldon is the team looking for its first win of the season.
Play action here is Hardy outside, looking across the 30. He may go inside the 20. Dallas Hardy from 46 yards out puts the Mustangs on the board first. The Mustangs out in front 14-0. He took that snap and he delivered a strike to his favorite target, Clayton Winkler. In California now, they're going to follow suit and they're going to try to keep this an 8-point game. Kruger. Up the middle of the 2-point conversion is good as Drake Schlup makes it a 1-score game again.
They came into this game without a win, and they look like they've got 36 points on the board in the first half, and they've been unstoppable in that first half. Just to give you an idea of how dominant Eldon was in the first half, they had 13 first downs to 7 for California.
This Eldon team, I mean, they look to be catching their stride tonight. They lost last week against arguably the best team in the state, definitely at that class. And look at this, a little surprise kick, and Eldon's gonna get it. Oh my goodness, they catch California napping. They're winless, Chris. 1st and 10, play action now. Throws across his body, looking for a man, he's got him! P.J. Bledsoe to the house, touchdown from 41 yards out, and that is Dallas Hardy. He looked like he was going to be taken down, but he kept those legs a-churning in California now. Right back in it, it's 22-14. Here's Hill trying to get the edge into the end zone. Touchdown, Brady Hill, his second of the night. This season, here's Kruger now. He's going to keep the ball. That was a slow developing read option. Kruger still on his feet. He's got the edge inside the 10 and the 5. Does he score? He does. Touchdown, Pintos. California, their first defensive stop of the evening.
On him, he can break through at any time.
Kruger now trying to get outside on the quarterback keeper on the option. He is outside to the house. Touchdown from 18 yards out.
Down, you know they'll go for it on 4.
Kruger, read option inside the 5, still on his feet. To the house, touchdown. Score ball game if they can convert here. Kruger, low snap, fields it, keeps the legs churning, and it's good. California keeps the Pintos' hopes alive. Victory knee in. The Mustangs winless and no more under Chad Holt. Your Mustangs knock off the California Pintos. Your final 44-36.
Boogie with the carry.
Got to give a shout out to Blake DeBello and Cameron Bell, our two young guys, just started working with Lake TV, going on the road, hanging out at the home games, whatever they can do, and they're turning out some awesome stuff. Both Camdenton graduates, and actually Blake's still there. So love seeing our local kids, you know, contribute, and boy, a couple of very skilled individuals we've got there now. Your Slumberland Furniture game, Chris, just action-packed tonight. You got to look at Osage off to a really good start, and I know that you did a lot of studying this week on these Osage Indians.
Well, you know, and it's interesting because we did a couple of Osage games early in the season, and they did get off to a really good start. Their game against was Hallsville, I think, was kind of a pivotal game. Kind of when we went into that game, we kind of said, okay, whoever comes out on top of this game is going to do well in this conference. They're going to have some momentum, going to have some steam, and whoever loses this is going to struggle. And that's exactly what has happened. Osage has struggled from that point. In fact, I don't think they've won a game since then. And, of course, Versailles comes in. They haven't won a game, period. So last week, Osage coming off a tough one against Southern Boone, and they were down 14-0 before they even touched the ball. You know, an early touchdown, an onside kick, another touchdown. They tried to fight back. They got within 6. It was 27-21. The Indians looking good, but Coach Devin Johnson saying, you know, we just this year we've gotten better as the year has gone on. We've got better offensively, but we just can't seem to come up with a big play at the right time. And they're looking for that tonight. They're looking to spoil homecoming tonight for Versailles. Versailles went into Osage and spoiled their homecoming last year, so they're trying to turn that around. The Indians have had a lot of success against these Tigers over the years. 7-1, Devin Johnson is against the Tigers in their last 8 meetings, and 4 out of the last 5. But again, last year, it was Versailles that came out on top. So the Indians come in. They want to control the ball and you know, get control of the you know, of the field possession. They come in. They make no bones about that. Devin Johnson has told us up front that that's what we want to do. Versailles knows that's what they want to do. But he's also, Devin Johnson has told his team, this is the best 0-6 team in the state. Don't think they're not going to be good. Don't think they're not going to be tough. So the Indians coming in looking for a really tough battle against a winless team.
Yeah, and I actually got an opportunity to talk with Coach Johnson just a little bit ago.
Now got Osage head coach Devin Johnson. Coach, you're here for Versailles homecoming. 2 teams very equally matched. It's an exciting night for football.
Yeah, it's a beautiful night. It feels like football. It's nice about this last week. And, yeah, Versailles a good football team, 0-6, and probably the most dangerous 0-6 team I've ever seen. I mean, they got the best quarterback in our conference, arguably, and a lot of skilled kids that are good. So we're going to play a good game here tonight. Luckily for us, we've been playing better. Just hasn't really resulted the way we wanted to on the scoreboard.
When you look at this Versailles team, Coach, is there anything you think they do that you guys might be able to take advantage of?
Well, we hope we can run the ball. I mean, we're going to have to, because we can't match up with them in their passing game and the way they spread things out and the points they put up. I mean, so we're going to have to control the clock. We're going to have to get first downs and really limit Kobe's possessions.
Coach, I know this is non-football related, but it kind of is. You wear shorts every game. How in the world do you do it?
There's a story behind it, but my wife would kill me. I can't really say it, but I wore pants once, and the game didn't go our way. It was my first year as a head coach, and I just vowed to never wear pants again. We're not very smart as coaches. Maybe we like to make the life simple, because I wear the exact same thing every Friday.
That's Osage head coach Devin Johnson, way tougher than me. Coach, good luck tonight, man.
You know, you got to love that guy. He's just he just has that personality that kind of draws you in.
Right.
His kids love him. The players just love playing for that guy. So it'll be interesting to see how the Indians come out tonight. Now, our Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, spotlight player of the game is Osage senior wide receiver and defensive back. Wears number 15. Keep an eye on this guy, Logan Havner, and he's really been having a pretty great year at wide receiver. He's got 28 receptions for the year, 367 yards through the air. So he's done an amazing job. He's averaging over 13 yards a reception. Just 1 touchdown, though, and that kind of goes back to Coach Devin Johnson's point where We've gotten better as the year has gone on, but we just can't seem to come up with the big plays at the right time. And a lot of that is getting in the end zone at the right time. They're going to have to do that tonight. It's going to be interesting, too, because it's cold here tonight. It's about 40 degrees, but we've got a 10-mile-an-hour wind, which makes it feel in the upper 30s. It's going to be interesting. I think that might favor the Indians, though, because they like to run the ball, whereas the Tigers have more of that passing offense. So it'll be interesting to see how the weather plays tonight.
Well, I would go the other direction talking about the weather, Chris. These Versailles Tigers, you heard Coach Johnson talk about the most lethal 0-6 team I've ever seen. One of those reasons is the All-State quarterback, Kobe Williams. This kid is unbelievable, and this year he's rushed for 12 touchdowns. He leads the team in rushing. He's thrown for their 1,200 yards with 8 touchdown passes. He has thrown 8 interceptions, and at times Kobe Williams runs around. You're wondering, could somebody help him? And I'll tell you somebody that's going to help him. That's the Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, spotlight player of the game for these Versailles Tigers. This one, Dallas Waller, this is one of my favorite athletes in the conference. He didn't even start playing football till his junior campaign a year ago. Had a great season, was one of the favorite targets of Kobe Williams. And this year you look at it, these numbers look like Madden numbers, Chris. 57 catches for over 600 yards. He's averaging 10.6 yards a grab with 5 scores. And not just that, he's having an excellent year defensively. He actually leads the Tigers in tackles. He's got a sack, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, a couple of deflected passes, and he is all over the place, and I expect him to play a big factor, and that's why I said I think the weather favors the Versailles Tigers, because when you look at Kobe Williams, he can throw the football and he can run the football. And when I look at the Osage Indians with quarterback Drew Edwards, I don't think he has the same athleticism. I love Drew Edwards at quarterback. I think he's made some great plays in his Indian career. He's a real tough athlete, but he doesn't have the same burner speed that Kobe Williams or the same arm strength. So I think as the game goes on, Chris, you touched on the weather. This is the coldest weather either of these two teams have played in, and I don't just mean game, practiced in. You talked about right now in the low 40s, about 40 degrees wind chill, in the upper 30s. It's going to get colder as the night progresses.
It could be worse, though. I mean, it could be raining, drizzling, icing, or whatever. So it is cold, but it is clear. I mean, this is just good football weather. There's no excuse for either of these teams not to do well.
Right. When you look at Versailles, you look at head coach Brock Silvers in his seventh season here with Versailles, and he came off his best year with the Tigers, and as a head coach in his career coaching last year, took him all the way to the state quarterfinals and before losing. And it was a team that brought back a lot of guys and expected to be competitive. And I'll tell you what, at 0-6, you think maybe they're not going to be competitive. But listen, this Versailles Tigers team has 3 regular season games left starting tonight, games I think they can be competitive in. And when I talked with their head coach, Brock Silvers, he said, listen, if it's 0-6, we're 0-6. We're 0-6. He goes, well, listen, I want to be playing my best football during Week 10. He goes, and we're in a spot to do that. We'll see what Coach had to say earlier tonight.
It's homecoming here in Versailles for the Tigers, and I've got head coach Brock Silvers. Coach, great night for football as the weather gets a little chilly.
Yeah, no, this is great. We get one of our best players back this week, Gage Tessier, and they said, hey, it's a great week to come back, nice and cool, and you don't have to worry about the heat of all the week 1s and 2s in the sun and the conditioning. So, yeah, no, it's great. It's going to be nice tonight. The wind died down, and it'll be perfect for us.
We were talking with Osage head coach in his interview, and he mentioned that you guys got to be the most lethal 0-6 team he's ever seen. What do you say to that?
I mean, that is what it is. Our record is what it is, but we're still going to Week 10. Whether we win this game or not, we're going to keep building because we'll be dangerous when it comes to playoff time. If we stay healthy, keep getting better, we're going to be fine. Somebody told us we were entertaining. I'm not in the business of being entertaining. I don't like being 0-6 either, but our kids are working their tail off, and we're still working at it, and I think we'll get it right before it's all said and done.
Coach, you're passionate about a lot of things, but winning here at home is one of those. What do you guys got to do here during your homecoming game to beat these Osage Indians?
Last couple of weeks we shot ourselves in the foot, starting with the California game and the Boonville game. We get down the red zone and don't score, get a turnover down there. It costs us, and we're going to have to play better defensively. We know that. Special teams kind of gotten better. We've done a good job of that. Special teams getting better since the California game. Last week played really well special teams-wise, and we've got to do a good job on the offensive line of getting 4 yards on first down, staying ahead of the sticks, and making sure we capitalize once we get in the red zone.
First time ever at Slumberland. Look at what just $10 per month will get you when you spend $5.99. Our lowest finance offer ever. But act fast, it's only 3 weeks. Pay no interest for 5 years when you spend $5.99. 4-piece bedroom set with a free chest, only $10 a month. A gorgeous sofa, only $10 a month. 5-year financing on purchases of just $5.99 or more. And did you know most items can be in your home in a week? First time ever, just 3 short weeks, and only at Slumberland Furniture.
Hi, this is Kendall Surdike, and at Surdike Yamaha, we have been selling and serving the Ozarks for almost 50 years. We've learned during that time that our customers expect the best in their Yamahas, with same-day service and even courtesy loaner units. That is why at Surdike Yamaha, you receive 1 year of free scheduled maintenance with every new and used recreational Yamaha bought. You can have more fun with your Yamaha boats and wave runners that are assembled right here in the USA and won't have to worry about maintenance costs for the first year because it is on us.
You ride on our reputation.
And we are back here on Lake TV, and I got to talk with Coach Silvers, as you guys just got to see before the commercial break, and he's confident. At 0-6, you almost have to be confident, because if the kids can pick up on that, that sense about you that you're defeated, you're obviously not going to come out and play. And this is really a man that believes his team can run the table in the last 3 games and put themselves in a position to make a run in the playoffs. And with the senior leadership on this team, I think they've got an opportunity to do that. Now, you look at the Versailles Tigers, it's homecoming, and this is the 4th straight week, Chris, it's the 4th straight week we've had a homecoming game.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? We saw this Versailles team a couple of weeks ago up in California. Both teams at that point didn't have a win, and it looked like, Versailles, the Tigers really did dominate for most of that game. They certainly had the ball more, time possession, more first downs, all that. But in the second half, they couldn't hold that lead. California came back. Versailles actually grabbed the lead with about a minute to go, but California got the ball back. It got a big kickoff return, went in and scored in the final seconds. So it was, the Pintos that got their first win and not the Tigers that night. I know it was heartbreaking for Versailles losing that game, and obviously it hasn't gotten any better since then because they're 0-6 now. But tonight's the night. It's homecoming. They've got a team here in Osage that has struggled this year they think they can beat. Tonight's the night for Versailles.
Yeah, what's funny is when I was talking to Coach Johnson, you saw during that interview, he always wears shorts. It doesn't matter how cold it is. He always wears shorts, and so you might not have got to hurry here, but there's a game against, there's a playoff game a couple years ago. I think it was against Cuba. Or no, it was against Monette. And I think the wind chill was like 12 degrees, 15 degrees, and he doesn't wear gloves. He wore shorts, and I'll tell you, that guy is tougher than I am. And, you alluded to the fact that his kids love him. I think that's an understatement, because Coach Johnson, obviously you don't say I don't care about the wins and losses and believe that. Yeah. But that really is secondary to Coach Johnson. The first thing is, each week I want my kids to play harder, learn their assignments, and grow as football players, but also grow as young men. And I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a high school coach in this area that cares more about growing young men into grown men throughout their football career. And so you got 2 schools. It's exciting. They're both Tri-County Conference matchups. And Lake TV, a little bit of a trendsetter. This could be the 3rd straight week that we've got a winless team getting their first win in an exciting matchup. And we certainly hope we have that. This is your Slumberland Furniture pregame show on Lake TV. Chris Schneider, William Holtz. We'll be right back after this.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Check out the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $25 a month, wash your car as often as you want. You'll enjoy significant savings. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time.
This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance.
This is your Lake Area State Farm agent, Marcus Sikora, and I would love to be the one you trust for your insurance needs.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown, passion, power, performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
Polylift boat lifts. Boaters everywhere have relied on Polylift boat lifts to raise their boat up and out of the water time and time again. Polylift boat lifts are made of the finest materials and offer a lifetime warranty on the tanks. Stop by Polylift and see the huge selection of wet steps, water toys, and dock accessories. You can even shop online at polylift.com. Polylift boat lifts. You know what they say.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Polylifts.
Lake of the Ozarks is the boating capital in Missouri. Did you know that your prop is the most important part of your boat? With 27 years of propeller repair at Lake of the Ozarks, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, is the choice for you. The most advanced in propeller repair and scanning, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, can help you boat smarter, go further, and last longer on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist. Go with the best or stay on shore with the rest.
And welcome back to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football, your Slumberland Furniture pregame show. And, you know, a couple guys we didn't really get a chance to talk about was you look at the backfield for the Osage Indians, of course, James Hutchcraft, big number 44.
We like to call him Hutch.
Everybody
Yeah,
likes to call him Hutch. It's a nickname that he's earned and he's proud of. And he's really the leading guy out of the backfield. And if he runs well and gets that 4 or 5 yards on first down, that's incredibly key. And Jack Dooley for the Indians, that's big for them if he can get going on the ground. And defensively, one guy I got to touch on is Rudy Escobar. A kid having a huge year, the senior linebacker for the Indians. Looking at his numbers here, 43 tackles. He's second on the team, but 3 tackles for a loss, and he leads the Indians with 4 sacks. He's all over the place, and I think that those 43 tackles might be a modest number because he's in on almost every play, and it would probably be easy to miss some of his tackles, but he should be a big-time factor. And for the Tigers, Chris, got to look at this team. It's not just Dallas Waller and Kobe Williams. You know, Michael Bell having a nice year with 14 receptions, and you know the Indians' defense is going to be zeroing on Dallas Waller because everyone knows a kid that comes in with 50 catches.
Yep.
So Michael Bell may have an opportunity, and then defensively, Quinn Randall, the leading guy for this Tiger team. He's got 47 tackles with 5.5 tackles for a loss and a forced fumble, and he really is the heart and soul of this Tiger defense along with Dallas Waller. So it'll be exciting to see which one of those guys can get off to a hot start tonight.
Absolutely, you know, and one of the reasons why Versailles is 0-6 is that defense has been allowing over 50 points a game, 50.1 points per game on defense. The good news for the Tigers tonight is the Osage offense doesn't score very much. Just for the season, the Indians are averaging 12.7 points a game, under 13 points a game. So, you know, it'd be interesting to see in that battle who comes. I think that's probably going to be the difference in the game tonight. Is it the Versailles defense that steps up and comes out on top, or will it be the Osage offense that finally breaks through and scores some points and allows the Indians to come out on top?
Well, you're talking about that. Something's got to give. Either the Osage offense is going to have to find a way to take advantage of that defense averaging 50 points, or it's going to be the Versailles defense stepping up and not allowing Osage to take advantage. Both teams, a great opportunity to get another win tonight. Of course, Versailles looking for that ever important first win.
You know, games like this are so much fun. I mean, it's fun to do like teams that are undefeated and all that stuff, but when you get a situation like this where Versailles is fighting for their first win of the season and it's homecoming, these are a lot of fun. So it ought to be a very fun game tonight, and we're playing under a full moon too, by golly.
Always worth noting, Chris, that concludes tonight's Slumberland Furniture pregame show, and Osage set to kick off. Versailles will get the football first. Chris, it's time for high school football, and it's time to get warm, because I'm telling you what, we're going to get nice and close up here, try to stay warm, and it promises to be a cold, bitter night, but there's no place I'd rather be than right here, right now with you, my friend.
Absolutely, partner. Here we go.
Dallas Waller back deep for the Tigers, and set to kick here for the Indians. They got Colin Chilton. He'll do the kicking duties, and it's a cold night, Chris, but I still expect to see a lot of fans here from both schools. Chilton's kick bounced to the 24 and fielded there by the up man. A nice return here for Versailles and good yardage up to about the 33-yard line before he's pushed out there.
So the Tigers right where they want to be as we get ready to go in this one. They've got the ball. They feel like they've got a really good chance to get their first win of the season here tonight. We'll see how they get this game started. The first drive of the game always pretty important to set the tone of what's going to happen for the rest of the way.
Versailles out of the shotgun, and here's Kobe Williams rolling to his left. Now cuts back across the field, finds a seam, and he ducks down across the 35 up to about the 36-yard line. He'll have 4 yards, bringing up 2nd down and 6.
Nice pickup on first down. As you said, about 4 yards. Good way to start the drive on the ground. And this quarterback, you know, we talked about it when we saw the Tigers play in California earlier this year. This is an all-state talent quarterback, and the Indians know that. They're going to be keeping their focus on him all night long.
So as we look at Versailles here at 2nd and 6, they're spread out with 4 wide receivers. Williams takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, looks to have a first down, very close to the first down marker, and he's got a Tiger first down presented by Quick Car of Osage Beach. And just like that, Chris, we see what this guy can do running the football.
Absolutely. You saw his breakaway speed. He is definitely quick, but he's also very fast once he gets open. If this guy gets into open field, he is going to be awfully tough to catch.
So interesting, you know, Versailles loves to spread offense, 4 wide receivers out of the backfield. Kobe Williams, it's just interesting to see because he could throw or run. Here's a design quarterback draw up the middle, makes a couple of guys miss, and he's got a Tiger first down inside Osage territory up to the 45-yard line. Another first down presented by Quick Car of Osage Beach as Versailles now, Chris, they're inside Osage territory here in the early going.
Yeah, and it's been all quarterbacks so far and all on the ground so far. He can throw very well. This Tigers offense has thrown the ball very well all year long. I think the Indians came in expecting them to throw the ball, maybe caught a little bit off guard by the running so far.
Williams now takes the snap, quick pass across the slant. He's got Waller inside the 30, still on his feet, finally drags down at the 22-yard line, Chris, and that's good for 23 yards and another Tiger first down.
Wow, 4 plays, 3 first downs on this drive for the Tigers, and you can see why they are so excited about tonight. They are 0-6, but feeling great about their chances with this Indian team, and of course it is homecoming.
First down and 10 now, balls the 22-yard line of Osage. Williams out of the shotgun, twip wide receivers, top of your screen. Williams takes the snap, hands off up the middle, and inside the 10, all the way down to the 7-yard line. That's number 35 for the Tigers. Dalton King, I believe, Chris. And that's a big first down. The Tigers inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone.
Tell you what, the Tigers looking unstoppable on this first drive so far. They've got 4 first downs and just 5 plays. They are just going through the Indians' defense like it's not even there right now.
So 36 Jordan King for the Tigers with the first down carry. Inside the 10 now. Tigers out of the shotgun. Here's Kobe Williams. And motions Waller. He's going to take the snap. That's actually a passing play. And Waller into the end zone for his 6th touchdown catch of the season. And just like that, Chris, Versailles with 8:55 to go up front 6-0. And I like the design play there for the Tigers. Waller from the slant position, out of the slot, comes in motion and then takes the little pass from Williams. And he's a tough guy to bring down, and when you get that full head of steam for a kid like Dallas Waller, he's going to score from that close to the end zone. to add the extra point. Now Waller is up, and he is true. So the Tigers, they strike first and lead the Indians 7-0. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lake Area High School football on Lake TV.
Hi, I'm Tyler Loftus with Ozarks Homes. If you're in the market for a new home, or you may be considering building, I encourage you to look into custom-built modular homes. Our modular homes are built, financed, and insured like a regular house. We invite you to visit our display lot right on Highway 5 in Laurie at Lake of the Ozarks. Each home we have on display shows different features from kitchen layouts, floor plans, bathroom options, and much more. We can customize floor plans based off what you, the customer, are wanting. Ozarks Homes, family-owned, operated, and making homeowners' dreams come true for over 30 years.
And welcome back here to the Audrey J. Walton Sports Complex from beautiful Versailles, Missouri, where the 0-6 Tigers, they strike first here on their homecoming night, Chris, and it was Dallas Waller on the 7-yard touchdown catch and run rather in Versailles. Now they strike first, and now the Indians will get an opportunity to see what they can do offensively, and they got to be eager to get the ball against the defense allowing 50-plus points.
Tell you what, this Indians offense better have something, because the way the Tigers ran through their defense there, this might be a long night for the Indians if the offense can't get some things going.
That's fielded at the 32 on a hop, and really nice heads-up play for Osage. That's number 6, Luke Funderburk, the senior, and weird hop. He did a nice job fielding it and then weaved and made a couple nice moves, Chris. And Osage first down and 10 right at the 49-yard line.
Boy, they couldn't ask for a better starting field position than that. And it's interesting, the Tigers kickoff team has struggled this year. When we saw them against California, they had a lead in the final minute after scoring a late touchdown, and then on the kickoff, just put California right back in scoring position to get the game winner.
Edwards now gives it to Hutchcraft. First guy there, Bryson Reynolds for the Tigers, and cleaning it up, Quinn Randall for Versailles. That's going to bring up second down and 10 after no gain on first down.
That was a heck of a hit. They stopped him dead in his tracks. No gain on that first down play, and that's kind of Osage's bread and butter there. If they can't do that, they might be in trouble.
Now quick handoff to Hutchcraft, who's got good yardage up to the 45-yard line now inside Versailles territory. We're giving 6, and that's going to bring up a modest 3rd and 4, Chris. So positive yardage on second down, bringing up what should be a manageable third down.
That was a great pickup on second down after getting stuffed on the first down play, as we said. That's what the Indians do. They love that dive play, and that time 6 yards, that's more of what they need to do.
Side read option now for Edwards. He'll hold on to it and pick up a first down presented by Quick Car up to the 39-yard line of the Tigers, and that'll be a fresh set of down as that first down presented by Quick Car in Osage Beach.
Indians' first down of the game. The Tigers had 4 first downs on their opening drive, of course. They ended up in the end zone with that go-ahead touchdown.
So now under center is Drew Edwards. Takes the snap. Play action, little option. He's going to pass it outside, or pitch it outside to Hans, who's across the 30, inside the 25, and a really nice run. Hans, another first down for the Indians. They're going to spot him up down to the 21-yard line. That's an 18-yard run for Matt Hans, who doesn't get a ton of carries.
Well, and so far the defense is non-existent for these teams. The Tigers got the ball, went down the field, scored a touchdown. Now on Osage's first possession, they're returning the favor in kind so far.
Look at this, McLaughlin in at quarterback now for the Indians. He's going to keep it on a read option, taken down by Randall for the Tigers. So now we see Brockton McLaughlin, the sophomore, in at quarterback, and he keeps it on a run. He'll have 3 yards, and he's inside the red zone, the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone. That's going to bring up second down and 7.
And we've seen McLaughlin before this year. He's got a really good arm, too. He's usually in there to throw the ball for the Indians, but ran pretty nice there.
And now he's out of the shotgun. Play action, looking for the end zone for Logan Havner, who makes the catch from 19 yards out. Logan Havner, his second touchdown grab of the season, and what a throw by Brockton McLaughlin, his first pass attempt of the night. And the Indians, very impressive answer to the Tigers. start there, Chris.
Wow, absolutely. And we said just before that play, usually McLaughlin's in there to throw the ball. He did, and he nailed it. He put it right where it needed to be. Touchdown, Indians looking to tie it up with a PAT.
Colin Shilton will look to add the extra point for Osage. The hold from Edwards. The kick is up, and it is true. So we are tied with 6:14 to go. The Osage Indians and the Versailles Tigers for Versailles' annual homecoming game. We'll get another look at it here, Chris. This replay brought to you by Lake Regional Sports Medicine. A beauty on the throw, and Havner, nice job to hold on to it as Morrison for the Tigers tried to knock it away. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
And welcome back. You saw the Veracruz commercial, Chris, the official Mexican restaurant of Lake TV. And I'll tell you this, Jose and staff are expecting us to come by after the game, and I guarantee you we will be there.
We will be there. God willing, we'll be there.
We have been looking forward to our Veracruz stop all year long. We've talked it up, Chris. Well, I'm telling you what, after tonight's exciting game, we're going to treat you to Veracruz, so buckle up, partner.
I tell you what a great start to this game. Both teams with one possession. They took the ball down the field, punched it in the end zone, tied at 7 here midway through the first quarter. It's been all offense so far.
We like games like that, Chris. A lot of fun here as Chilton kicks away, and it's going to be fielded inside the 15-yard line. That's Waller trying to get outside, and he'll be taken down at his own 25-yard line. Nice special teams tackling for the Indians. Luke Funderburk, the first guy there, and Versailles has it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. We'll see what Kobe Williams and the Tiger offense can do on their second series.
I tell you what, if that first series is any indication, they are locked in tonight. That first series when the Tigers had the opening kickoff, 5 plays, 4 first downs, and it resulted in a touchdown in the end. They were pretty impressive the first time they had the ball.
So Williams back out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Hands off. It's number 36, Jordan King, and he goes nowhere as the Indian defense meets him in the backfield. Guess who? The first guy there, Rudy Escobar, along with James Hutchcraft, 2 of the leaders for this Indians team, Chris.
Somebody had a talk with somebody on the sideline over there for that Indians defense. As poorly as they played on the first drive, that was a heck of a play there, loss of a yard.
Bringing up 2nd down and 11, and got to keep an eye on Dallas Waller here. High snap. Williams tries to make something of it. Still on his feet, and we take it down for the big loss by James Hutchcraft. And situation there, Williams really had no choice, just tried to get the football back, and before he could make a play, Osage was there on the spot.
Yeah, and you see there it was a nice snap, it looked like. It just went right through his hands. Looked like he was trying to run with it before he caught the ball, and you see that on every level, college, pro. It's easy to do for quarterbacks. There's so much going on, so much to think about and to try to see. He just took his eye off the ball, and a long 3rd down here.
Williams on the design quarterback draw up the middle now, across the 20, and he's up to about the 25, close to the initial line of scrimmage, and as a matter of fact, right at that initial line of scrimmage. So 4th down and 10, and I would assume a punt situation here for Versailles, and a huge victory for Coach Johnson's Indian defense, especially after that start.
Oh my gosh, yeah, what a difference in possessions. The first possession, Tigers just went downfield like a knife through butter. That time, nothing. So the Indians look to get the ball back and should have pretty decent field position.
Williams now attempts to punt. Fair catch called for and made by Matt Hans at the 42-yard line, and defensive coordinator Sean Fowler for the Indians has to like what he saw from his unit there. They're going to give the ball right back to the Indians, and what we saw in that first series was your starting quarterback, Drew Edwards. He did a few running plays, and then out of nowhere we saw Brockton McLaughlin, the sophomore, design run. You're like, what is that? Very next play, it's a strike from 19 yards out to Logan Havner, and Osage now looking to gain the momentum after answering the Tigers and now holding them on defense.
And they'll start off with pretty good field position here, like on the, 42-yard line, nearly at midfield.
And guess who's back in there? It's McLaughlin on the option, and that one's on the ground, and Matt Hans very wisely jumps on it, but goes for a 6-yard loss. And that time, you got to ask yourself, with a young quarterback in there, cold night, do you try to keep it simple? And, well, your answer is no. You send him on the option play, and it looked to be a good pitch. Just that cold weather, Chris, you never know. Could be tough to handle the football.
Yeah, not a good pitch. It was behind the running back, it looked like. It was good that they were just able to jump on the ball and maintain possession.
Edwards back in there now on 2nd and long. Going to give it to James Hutchcraft, and nothing doing Dallas Waller. First guy there, and on the stop for the Tigers, and he had assistance from 54, Ryan Chamberlain, on the stop. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 15, and Versailles now an opportunity to gain the momentum back on defense with a 3rd and 15 stop.
Boy, these guys are just mirroring each other. First drive, they both go down, score touchdowns. Second drive, they're both struggling on offense and stiffening up on defense.
So here's Hans with the bubble screen. He's got good yardage all the way up to about the 49-yard line, maybe midfield, and he's going to be 2 yards shy of that first down marker. So he has 13 yards, and maybe now a decision for Osage head coach Devin Johnson, and he's aggressive. So on 4th and 2 at midfield, Chris, what do?
You're right at midfield, exactly, with 2 yards. Great pickup there. It's a good question. I mean, when you come in here and you've only got 2 wins on the season, that might make this decision a little easier,
I get Havner out in space. I throw it to him in the line of scrimmage and let him make Morrison miss down here, bottom of your screen, but we'll see. 4th and 2. James Hutchcraft, and he is not gonna get it. The Tiger defense comes up big, and guess who? That's big number 65, Gage Tessier, making his return for the Tigers, and what a play by the senior.
Oh man, 2nd time in this game that the Tigers defense has stuffed that dive play for no gain, and that was a huge one on 4th down.
And it was a huge lift for the Tigers to get Tessier back before their homecoming. Matter of fact, Coach Silvers was so happy about it, he brought it up. He said, listen, it's a great night. We got one of our best players back in Gage Tessier. He said, tonight's going to be our night. And I'll tell you what, Tessier, a big-time play as Williams. Quick to the flat, while Waller comes back, makes the play, and he's up close to the 40, and he may have a Tiger first down as he has 10 yards, and yes, a Tiger first down presented by Quick Car and Versailles. Quick offense here as that quick hitter, and you see what Waller can do.
Yeah, and a nice pass, too. He threw that ball before the receiver turned around and put it in a place where he could catch it on the run and move up the field, get that first down.
So with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in the first quarter, it's Versailles moving the football inside of Osage territory. First down for the Tigers. Williams out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it on the design quarterback draw. Across the 35, across the 30. He's got 13 yards. Another Tiger first down presented by Quick Car.
And that is what they were doing on that first drive, letting him take the snap and then kind of navigate his way downfield. That is working for this Tigers offense big time. On that second drive where they got stopped, remember they had the snap that got away from him. They lost big yardage, weren't able to recover. Now they're back positive yardage and moving down the field again.
First down and 10 ball, the 27. Waller in motion. He's going to almost get the carry. Ball's on the turf, and Dallas Waller, a very heads-up play as number 7 for the Indians made a nice play on the quarterback. That's Jackson Creasy. He caused Williams to fumble the football, and There was an opportunity for Osage to get the football, but thank goodness for the Tigers that Dallas Waller, Johnny on the spot, able to jump on the football, and the Tigers maintain possession. That'll bring up 2nd down and 15.
That ball was laying there on the turf for a couple of seconds. Anybody's ball. Tigers able to jump back on it, but they lost 5 yards.
2nd down and 15 now. Williams out of the gun. Here's the blitz for Osage, and he doesn't have a lot of room. He does get 2 yards back to the 30-yard line, but nice job by the Indians defense drawing the delayed blitz, and it had Versailles right where they wanted him. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 12.
One of those run blitzes, and he shot the gap, timed it perfectly. He was right on top of him, and that was just good run there for him to pick up any yardage on that.
So 3rd down and long. Williams out of the shotgun. It looks like they got the Indians to jump. That's our first Ozark Holmes penalty flag here. That's going to make it 5 yards closer. And Chris, real quick, got to tell you, the Citizens for the Promotion of Sports Tourism at Lake of the Ozarks want you to know to vote on November 5th for an increase in the Tri-County Lodging Association tax for the development of a destination tournament soccer complex. Now, this means no tax increase for local residents, $75 million in annual increase in visitor spending. It'll create new jobs and extend employment with more family visitation in spring and fall. Now, to find out more, you can attend the next forum. Make sure you check them out at votelakesoccer.com. This message brought to you by the Citizens for the Promotion of Sports Tourism at Lake of the Ozarks and Treasurer Jim Judas. That's going to conclude our first quarter of play. We're deadlocked at 7. This commercial break presented by Crown Power. Case IH will be back on Lake TV after this.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown. Passion. Power. Performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
This is your Lake Area State Farm agent, Marcus Sikora, and I would love to be the one you trust for your insurance needs.
And welcome back. It's your game of the week on Lake TV, and it's the Osage Indians visiting the Versailles Tigers, and it's the Tigers now who have it just outside the red zone. They're facing a 3rd and 7. Ball's the 24-yard line as we kick off our second quarter, tied at 7. So Williams out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Throws a little comeback route for Waller, who comes back and makes the play. He's going to have a 1st down presented by Quick Car. He's all the way down to the 10-yard line, so that's another 14-yard gain, and Waller already making his presence known here, Chris.
Yeah, that was great pass play. You can see why this Tigers team is dangerous on offense. They run the ball really well, and that pass play, it was a great route run by the receiver, great throw from the quarterback, just well run all the way around.
Indeed, my friends. So 1st down and 10, ball's the 11. They can't get a 1st down. Williams, flush, steps up in the pocket, now outside, tucks it and runs inside the 5 and taken down inside the 5-yard line, but a good game by Kobe Williams on 1st down. Looks like he might have got taken down by a horse collar there.
Yeah,
on the
that's what I was
far
thinking,
sideline.
Kind of surprised that wasn't called. But Williams is so dangerous. So when he drops back like that, he's a great thrower. He's got some great strength in that arm. But when nothing's there, you just saw it right there. He can tuck it away and run and pick up some good yardage. Picked up a nice gain of, what, 7.5 yards on that.
So 2nd down and 4. Or 3, sorry, Waller. In motion, it's going to be a fake, and Kobe Williams to the end zone for a touchdown. That's number 13 on the season, and the Tigers regain that lead. And Chris, that's the 2nd trip for the Tigers into the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone, and both times they found a way to capitalize. They're up now 13-7 and an extra point away from going back up 7. Really nice play design right there on the read option. Williams keeps it, and that's number 13.
Yeah, absolutely. And we just talked about how dangerous this kid is. It's right up the middle. He's going to be tough to stop tonight.
So your score with 11:42 left in the second quarter. The Tigers, during their homecoming, they lead the Osage Indians 14-7. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
Tired of slow internet and data caps? Get ultra-fast fiber internet with Como Connect. High-speed fiber internet starts at $49.95 with speeds up to 1 gig with no data caps. When you're gaming online, streaming your favorite shows, or sharing photos, stay connected at the speed of life. Como Connect.
And we are back on Lake TV. And Chris, action-packed start here through just a quarter plus in Versailles. And the Tigers, they lead 14-7, and Osage about to get it back. And I'm excited to see here what the Indians do to try to respond to these Tigers.
Well, and the biggest play so far in this game has been that 4th down that the Indians did not get because Versailles got it back, went down and scored.
That's a fumble. That tipped the hands of number 14. Let's see if we can get an instant replay on that. Hopefully we can show you a replay. I'd love to get another look at that, Chris.
You can see how cold it is out there. The referee running around out there with some scarves and long johns on.
Oh, it definitely did.
It did touch him, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Osage catches a break there. Great work by our top cameraman. That's Cameron Bell and Ricky Smith running the replay machine. Chris, he did touch that football.
Yes, he did. You could see the ball move when it touched him.
Here's the handoff to Hutchcraft. Little stiff arm to Michael Bell, and here goes James Hutchcraft across midfield and drags down at the 44-yard line. But that is a huge gain. We'll give him 36 and a big first down presented by Quick Car.
The 3rd first down of the game for the Indians. And Hutchcraft is a big guy, but boy, you saw some breakaway speed from him that time, didn't you?
And even more impressive than that is the initial stiff arm he put to the first guy there. He said, no, sirree. He protects the football and off to the races. Hutchcraft, a big-time run, 36 yards, and the Indians are cooking here.
Very nice, and they've got the ball in Versailles territory.
1st and 10 now. Edwards under center. He's going to throw. Back in the pocket. Airs it out. Looking for Havner. Havner able to catch it. It's intercepted. I believe that's Waller. No, it's Braden Morrison, the senior. Big-time interception. He made a great play on the football. Edwards just a little too much on it. And there was a penalty flag presented by Ozark Holmes. We'll get another look here, Chris. Great work by Ross Reinhardt. Slow motion, and oh, what an interception by Morrison.
That was a great catch over the shoulder. Not a great throw from Edwards, though. He just kind of threw it up there. It was, just up for grabs. And actually, the receiver would have been open if probably if he'd have been able to lead him a little bit more toward the middle of the field.
Big-time play for the seniors' final homecoming game. Braden Morrison, a very acrobatic catch there. And the Tigers have it right back, leading 14-7. Backed up inside their own 5. Here's Williams. Reynolds with the carry, and he's up to the 6 after a modest gain of 1. And nice play by McCubbin to make the stop for the Indians.
Yeah, nice stop. They've got the Tigers kind of hemmed in deep in their own territory. Versailles got to be careful here. Obviously, you don't want to turn it over, but you have to be aggressive enough to pick up some first downs. 2 of their 3 drives, they have moved the ball down the field fairly easily.
Here's Williams now. In motion is Waller. Another reception out of the slot. Close to the 10, and he'll be tackled there. They're going to mark him at the 11-yard line, so we'll give him 5 yards on the catch, and that's going to be his 5th reception of the evening. And Chris, I am correct that when it's a little flip like that, that is a pass and catch, right?
As long as it is forward, it is, yeah. And so big 3rd down here. 3rd down and about 7 yards to go. And Osage needing to stop, try to get the ball back, and if they can stop them here, they'd get it in fairly good field position.
And again, Kobe Williams gets this Osage defense to jump. I believe a penalty flag presented by Quick Card. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and short, just inside a yard. And for Osage, can't have those kind of plays because you're already competing against a team that's got the momentum, and you got them backed up deep inside their own end, an opportunity to give the football back to your offense after that turnover. And I'll tell you what, Kobe Williams, though, he does that 2 or 3 times every game.
He's done it 2 times already tonight.
Williams now trying to get the 1st down, and I don't think he gets it. He actually loses a yard. He's pushed back to the 14-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down and 2. And I don't know who got there first, but I believe it was Rudy Escobar once again for the Indians.
I tell you what, Escobar is one heck of a player for these Indians on defense. Great stop if indeed the Tigers do punt here, which you would think they would drop back and punt it, but they're lining up as if they're going to go for it.
Bell in motion, and they try to get Osage off sides, and they do again. No intentions of going for it. And that's Elijah Stark, the senior, and twice already, Chris, at this point in time, you got to let your guys know, hey, can't have that again, and that's 10 free yards on that series. Otherwise, Versailles punts the football.
Yeah, I mean, really, the Indians had them stopped. They gave that 1st down away with those 2 offsides penalties, 10 yards, and that picked up the 1st down.
Savvy veteran leadership from Kobe Williams. Brings up 1st down and 10 now. Into the slant. Quick pass, and guess who? Dallas Waller with the reception. He has about 7, going to bring up 2nd down and 3.
Great pickup on 1st down. This opens up the playbook for the Tigers. And, you know, for some teams that doesn't mean anything because they only do the same thing time after time. It means something for this Tiger team because they have the ability to run it, obviously, and throw it. With Williams back there, so really they can do just about whatever they want on this one.
It's a 6th reception for Waller already here in the 1st half.
Wow.
Jordan King, the ball carrier, big time 1st down as Havner makes the stop, but King's all the way up to the 35-yard line, 8 yards, and another 1st down presented by Quick Card Osage Beach, and Tigers starting to get the rhythm.
Yeah, 9 1st downs in the game now for the Tigers on offense to just 3 for Osage. So you can see how Versailles is keeping possession of the ball, kind of dominating this 1st half, but they did that earlier this season and still lost. So they need to get in the end zone and get some points out of this.
Looking for King again, and not this time. Elijah Stark, the young man who jumped off sides, awarding the Tiger a free 1st down. Well, he was eager to make up for that, and that goes for a 3-yard loss as King had no running room. Going to bring up 2nd down and 13 now.
Yeah, this defense, the Osage defense, shot itself in the foot earlier, giving up that 1st down, and now trying to make up for it. They've still got the Tigers backed up. They're on their own 34-yard line, so if they can stop them here, they'd still get the ball back in fairly good field position.
2nd down and long here. Williams out of the gun. Looking deep, has his man Bell, but overshoots him. Michael Bell wide open up the seam and overshoots him. Going to bring up 3rd down and long now, 3rd and 13 for this Tiger team. Of course, we've seen a couple penalty flags presented by Ozark Homes for the Indians, and after those, Chris, you got to think on 3rd and 13, this defense is going to be eager to make a play.
Yeah, you would think, but I tell you what, that receiver was wide open. If you know, if could have hit him in stride, he would be in the end zone celebrating right now.
No doubt about it. Wide open, no defender around him. He'd have run for a while. 3rd and 12 now. Can the Indians get a stop? Looking for Waller. Throws it just a little behind Dallas Waller, and not typically the case when these two are trying to connect, not on the same page. Going to bring up 4th down and long, and see if the Indians defense doesn't give it back now.
Yeah, Last time, you remember when it was 4th and short, they lined up as if to go for it, drew them off sides. It's a 4th and 13 this time.
Yeah, just a little behind him. You see there on the instant replay presented by Lake Regional Sports Medicine, and going to bring up 4th and 13, and Williams out of the shotgun. They might try to draw him again, and now he takes a couple steps back, as does Matt Hans, and it's a shallow kick. Bounces, fielded at the 32 by Hans. He makes a nice move, another nice move, across the 40 all the way up to midfield before falling forward for a couple more inside Tiger territory at the 48-yard line, and that was good for a 22-yard return and some nifty moves there.
I tell you what, the return team for Osage has done a great job tonight, both on kickoffs and on punts. That was a great decision to field that punt. He got a good bounce. Sometimes you want to stay away from those because, you know, it's just a turnover waiting to happen. That time he got a good bounce, decided to grab it and run it upfield. Paid off big time for the Indians, who start out this drive in Versailles territory.
Edwards now to Hutchcraft, and he's inside the 45 to about the 44-yard line. We'll give him 4 yards, bringing up 2nd and 6. And that's what Coach Johnson said we have to do on first down. 4 yards on first down puts us exactly where we want to be. Well, you got exactly what you wanted on 2nd and 6.
Yep.
Be interesting to see. We don't see McLaughlin in there at quarterback again. He had that one pass attempt, looked really good, and Edwards, he aired that one out that was picked. So both guys bring something different to the table, and something tells me, Chris, we'll see both of them throughout the night.
Absolutely, you betcha.
2nd and 6. It's going to be a read option kept by Edwards. He's got good yardage, and he's across the 35 all the way down to the 32. He ended up getting 12 on that. That looked like a innocent little run that Edwards ended up fighting for some extra yardage. It goes for 12 yards, then another first down presented by Quick Car, and here come the Indians.
Yeah, and he showed some good power on that run, some good vision too. He found a hole on the left side, went through it, but then, you know, when he was caught, he picked up another 4, 5, 6 yards just on his own there.
So ball's the 32-yard line, first down and 10. Indians nearing the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone. It's Edwards under center. The give is going to Hutchcraft, and he pushes the first guy and then runs over a Versailles defender. He has it up to the 25. Another 6 yards will bring up 2nd and 6. Look at the size of Hutchcraft.
Oh, he's a big fella, and don't you love the way he ran that ball? I mean, he followed his blocker perfectly through the hole. In fact, he didn't really even follow him. He kind of pushed him, and we got a flag.
Penalty flag presented by Ozark Homes, and going to be holding against Osage. That could explain that big hole, and yeah, Quinn Randall got turned completely around, and look at the reverse camera work. These guys are levitating. Check it out. Yeah, he definitely got turned around.
Oh.
So it's the spot of the foul. It's going to be a big-time penalty.
Dang.
Moves him all the way back to the 46-yard line. 2nd down and 24. Hutchcraft on first down up to the 41-yard line. He has 5. Going to bring up 3rd down and 17 or 18 here, Chris. And for the Indians, don't really have a super strong kicking game as far as your distance kickers. So what do you think here on 3rd? And
I think it's still 2nd.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
But it's 2nd and long, and this Indians offense is not generally geared for picking up big chunk yardage. They like to run the ball, you know, pick up 4, 5, 6 yards. They're going to have to pick up a lot more if they're going to get a first down here. And they really need to.
Here's a little Hans now. He's going to run outside. Good yardage inside the 30 and upended at about the 21, maybe the 22-yard line. He's close to a first down, the 26-yard line, but he's about 3 yards shy, and that's a big-time gain on 2nd and 17, Chris.
Absolutely. They pitched it out around the right side. There was a lot of room out there on that edge, and they've got a very manageable 3rd down and about 3 yards to go here. And, in fact, they're in the part of the field where they'll probably, if they don't get it on 3rd down, I'm guessing they'll go for it on 4th down here.
So 3rd down and 3, Edwards under center. Tigers crowd making some noise here, and Edwards now looks for the call from the sideline. Coach Johnson must have seen something. 3rd down and 3. Edwards now. He's going to keep it on the read option. He's got some good yardage, tries to get outside and able to do so, and Williams throws him down at the 20, but not before. Drew Edwards has a big-time first down presented by Quick Car, and the Indians now 1st and 10 inside DeMarcus Sikora, State Farm Insurance red zone. And the last time they made it inside the red zone, Chris, they scored, and they'd love to duplicate their first trip.
What a great first down for the Indians on this drive. We were just saying, you know, they had a big, long second down. This team is not geared to pick up big chunk yardage, but that's exactly what they did, and they were able to get the first down. Drive is alive.
Little pitch outside. Here's Hans inside the 20, down to the 15, and thrown down at about the 11. And he has 9 yards, going to bring up maybe 8. That's going to bring up second down and short. And the Indians now, they're gaining their rhythm.
Yeah, and they're finding something out on that right edge. Second time they've run that pitch play to the right side of the field. There's been plenty of open room out there, a big 8 yards there on that one, and the Indians on the move.
So second down and 1 after the 9-yard gain by Hans. Edwards, read option, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield. No sir-ee. First guy there for the Tigers. That's big number 66. That's a 3 or 4 yard loss, Chris. You can't have that on second and short.
Boy, yeah, that's a tough loss for the Indians. And you can see there, he just had nowhere to go with the ball. The Tigers defense with some penetration, they were in on top of him before he could do pretty much anything.
That's the sophomore Caden Kuntz making a big play, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. Edwards, he ran a nice play on the last 3rd down. He's going to keep it again. Inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line, and for the second consecutive 3rd down, it's the senior, Drew Edwards, who takes his Indians team on his back, and they're faced down with a 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. And same play, exact same result, Chris.
Nice play. The play before, they were stuffed. There was too much penetration in the backfield. Looked like it was basically the same play they were trying to run. This time they open it up, they have some room, and boy, I tell you what, Edwards is having a good game tonight. He is really running the ball well.
So 1st down and goal from the 6. Edwards under center. Takes the snap. It's James Hutchcraft. He shakes off one guy and then gang tackled inside the 5. They'll mark him at the 4, and that's going to bring up second down. And we have a timeout for Versailles. They're going to look to save some time and look to score after this. This timeout break presented by Crown Power. Case IH. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown. Passion, power, performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance.
This is your Lake Area State Farm agent, Marcus Sikora, and I would love to be the one you trust for your insurance needs.
And we are back here at the friendly confines of the Audrey J. Walton Sports Complex in Versailles, Missouri, and we see the new baseball complex. I'll tell you what, these facilities here, tough to beat here in Versailles, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Some good boosters here in Tiger Country. It's though we haven't been at a bad place all year long. There's some beautiful facilities for football in this part of the country.
So second down and goal. Ball's the 6-yard line. Edwards takes the snap. He's going to roll to his right. He's looking for Havner. He overshoots him. Just a little bit coverage on the play by Braden Morrison, and that's been a good battle to keep an eye on. You've seen Havner with the 19-yard catch over Morrison. You saw Morrison with the interception on that one. The pass from Edwards a little out of the reach, but Morrison, he was right there and made a nice defensive play.
Yeah, he did, but I think there was just enough space in there. If Edwards could have thrown it just a little better, probably would have been catchable there, but wasn't to be. So
3rd down and goal now, Chris. Ball's at the 5-yard line. Edwards under center. Hans and Hutchcraft in the backfield with him. It's going to be Hutchcraft. No, it's going to be the pitch outside to Hans. He tries to get to the end zone, and he's going to be taken down. Michael Bell, a great leg tackle. Williams finishes him off, and he's down to the 2-yard line. Going to bring up a 4th down and goal. Versailles, their 2nd timeout, will take a commercial break presented by Crown Power Case IH.
This live high school game on Lake TV is presented by Slumberland Furniture, the Midmo Sports Network, Surdyke Yamaha, Marcus Sikora State Farm, Hollylift Boat Lifts, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, Quick Car in Osage Beach, Clark Tire in Sunrise Beach, Ozark Homes, Veracruz in Versailles, Columbia College Lake of the Ozarks, Crown Power in Eldon, the Missouri State High School Activities Association, Como Connect, Hedges Scott Funeral Homes, the Citizens for the Promotion of Sports Tourism at the Lake of the Ozarks, and LOZ Boats, the #1 Lake of the Ozarks boating community on Instagram.
And welcome back, just in time for a huge 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. And Indians defense hoping to exploit this Indian offense looking to exploit the Tiger defense. Here's Edwards under center. Takes the snap. Gives it to Hutchcraft. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Osage and James Hutchcraft. Big time touchdown run in the Indians. I'll tell you what, Chris, that is huge for this team.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, remember they had a 4th down earlier in the game and got stuffed. Gave up the ball. Versailles took it and went down the field, scored a touchdown. That time they were able to come through and get it done, get in the end zone.
So a big time extra point here as Edwards will hold for Chilton. The snap is a bad one. Edwards throws it into the flat. It's intercepted by Morrison. He's going to take it. It won't matter because you can't score points on the point after, so it's a big extra point. It's no good on the bad snap, so Versailles clings to that 1-point lead with 54 seconds left in the first half, and they'll look to get the football back with time to do some damage. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
First time ever at Slumberland. Look at what just $10 per month will get you when you spend $5.99. Our lowest finance offer ever. But act fast, it's only 3 weeks. Pay no interest for 5 years when you spend $5.99. 4-piece bedroom set with a free chest, only $10 a month. A gorgeous sofa, only $10 a month. 5-year financing on purchases of just $5.99 or more. And did you know most items can be in your home in a week? First time ever, just 3 short weeks, and only at Slumberland Furniture.
Let's get a look at that play here, and Braden Morrison, he's making some plays here tonight. That's thrown into the flat, one-handed, pulls it in. Now, it won't go into the stat book as an official INT, but after that touchdown that he gave up to Havner, he's made the pick, the defensive play, and now that.
Yeah.
So Braden Morrison's starting to come on here, and what a final homecoming for the senior.
Having a heck of a game, absolutely. What a great game we've got here, and what a big missed PAT there. I don't know if that was a bad snap or just a mishandled snap, but that is a huge point. That's the difference in the game right now.
So Chilton fielded at about the 30 by Bell, who made a nice play on it. He's across the 40, and Michael Bell, he's made a handful of nice plays tonight, and Versailles has it at the 34-yard line with 47 seconds left, so 66 yards stands between them and the end zone with just 48 seconds to go in one timeout. And folks, tonight during our Midmo Sports Network halftime show, we'll have the entire homecoming coronation ceremony here for you, so don't go anywhere.
How cool is that? You know what? This Versailles offense is very powerful. I mean, don't be surprised the way they can throw the ball if they move the ball down the field here.
Quick hitter, it's Waller who makes a move and then gets out of bounds. Waller 11 yards and a Tiger first down presented by Quick Car. That's catch number 7, Chris. And And the clock's going to stop anyway after a first down. And on a second effort, that was all Waller. He has 11 and a first down, so the Tigers here.
Yeah, 39 seconds to go. Still plenty of time for this Tigers offense, the way they can throw the ball. They have had some open receivers downfield in this first half that they have just missed. And we'll see if they're able to do that or if the Indians can prevent that.
Waller here, and it's going to be Morrison, and then able to haul that, and he heard footsteps as Edwards was barreling down very quickly, so it's going to bring up second down and 10, and really not the worst thing that can happen if for the Tigers, because if Morrison does catch that, probably going to get tackled after a gain of 4 or 5, and the clock will continue to run. So
yeah. Interesting strategy for the Tigers here. Instead of throwing the ball downfield, it's been a couple of short passes, and I think you're absolutely right. I think that one going incomplete was a blessing for the Tigers because saved a clock or a timeout.
So second down and 10 now. Here's Kobe Williams, and everyone's kind of running shallow routes, and Williams, he's going to tuck it and keep it, and he has a modest gain and really good coverage downfield by Osage. They blanketed this Tiger receiving core, and interesting to me, Chris, they're not running downfield. All 3 receivers here at the bottom of your screen just ran 5 to 6 yard hitch routes, and it has me here scratching my head.
Yeah, you know, especially since, you know, obviously they're short on time with 30 seconds to go. But, I mean, several times in this first half, they have had wide open receivers running down the field when they've done some of those long routes, and kind of surprised they've not been doing that.
Third and long here. Williams, clean pocket, steps up now, looking for Bell. This time he's got it. Michael Bell hauls it in. He's down at the 5-yard line. Michael Bell, 49 yards and a big time Versailles Tigers. First down presented by Quick Car. And the Tigers are inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone, and they rush to the line, trying to snap the ball, and Williams spikes it with 18 seconds left, so they save the timeout. And how about that execution, Chris?
I tell you what, you know, I mean, we were just talking about why they weren't doing exactly that, throwing the ball downfield, because they'd had open receivers. Look how wide open he is. He is 10 yards beyond the defender there. That's how open he was.
Makes a nice play, and Hans with the touchdown-saving tackle, but no one picked up Bell after the first line of defense. Watched them run by. Might have thought they had help over the top. Nonetheless, it's a 49-yard pass and catch for Bell, and that's going to bring up second down and goal after the spike. Williams out of the gun, quick hitter, it's Bell, touchdown! Michael Bell for the Tigers, and the junior might as well give it right back to him after making that play. And Michael Bell has had a sensational first half for Versailles. He adds the 2-yard touchdown, and just like that, Chris, it's Versailles.
Boy, we talked about it when they started this drive. There was less than a minute. We said, don't be surprised if they move this ball down the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And Versailles is going to burn their last timeout. They sent the offense out as if they might go for 2, but we'll take a Crown Power Case IH timeout break. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
Hi, this is Kendall Surdike, and at Surdike Yamaha, we have been selling and serving the Ozarks for almost 50 years. We've learned during that time that our customers expect the best in their Yamahas, with same-day service and even courtesy loaner units. That is why at Surdike Yamaha, you receive 1 year of free scheduled maintenance with every new and used recreational Yamaha bought. You can have more fun with your Yamaha boats and wave runners that are assembled right here in the USA and won't have to worry about maintenance costs for the first year because it is on us.
You ride on our reputation.
And welcome back here to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. I'm William Holtz alongside the great Chris Schneider here in Versailles. Looks like they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it to a 9-point game. I'm interested about this. And Williams now in the flag. Great route. That one is incomplete. Braden Morrison tried to make the play, but falls incomplete. It's going to remain a 7-point game, so Osage, they'll take that. It's 20-13 Versailles out in top. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Check out the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $25 a month, wash your car as often as you want. You'll enjoy significant savings. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time.
This is your Lake Area State Farm agent, Marcus Sikora, and I would love to be the one you trust for your insurance needs.
And welcome back here to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. And still 15 seconds left here, and so this kickoff pretty important. If Osage can get it up near the 35 or 40, they might try something, and we've seen it a couple times already tonight.
That was a gift, I think, for the Indians with the Tigers going for that 2-point conversion.
And here's a nice little play by Luke Thunderberg, and he's up to the 42-yard line with 10 seconds left, so it'll be interesting to see if Coach Devin Johnson is content going into the halftime break at a one-score game, or if he brings out his sophomore big-armed quarterback. We'll see here who comes out. I've yet to spot a quarterback on the field. And now, yeah, coming out is Brockton McLaughlin, the sophomore wearing number 17 as he makes his way into your TV set there, and first down and 10 from the 42-yard line, and we know this kid has a very strong arm.
Yeah, we have seen him a couple of times this year. For a sophomore, he does have a rocket for an arm. Look, I would think they're going to take a shot downfield here.
And Osage calls a timeout. I don't know if it was a miscommunication from the sideline or if Coach Johnson saw something in the defense and decided he wanted to mix it up, but that'll be a timeout for Osage. We'll take a commercial break. This timeout break presented by Crown Power and Case IH. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown. Passion. Power. Performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
So we are back and still out there is Brockton McLaughlin.
Yep. 41 degrees, and it feels like it's 37 right now. It's chilly out there, but, I mean, it's clear this is just good football weather here. No problem with it, man.
First down and 10 now. McLaughlin out of the shotgun. Pump fake, steps up in the pocket, now throws, looking for a man. It's short, and nice job by the offensive receiver, Elijah Stark, as he turned into the defender and made a nice defensive play on offense. That's going to bring up second down and 10.
Yeah, you know, that was a good shot downfield. You can see McLaughlin has a really good arm. Actually could have put it out a little further that time, but he was under pressure. You saw him, he got hit as he threw the ball. If he'd had another second or two, might have been able to step into that one a little bit more, lead the receiver down the field, and they actually had a shot at that one.
So that's the second timeout burned by Osage with 5.6 seconds left, and now we see Coach Devin Johnson there with his playmaker, Logan Havner, and he's also got the sophomore quarterback, McLaughlin, here. They might be drawing something up because this should be the final play of the half. Of course, a reminder, my friends, during our Midmo Sports Network halftime show, it'll be the Versailles homecoming coronation ceremony in its entirety.
How cool is that?
Then, during the third quarter tonight, we got a treat for you. Producer and host of Season to Season Outdoors, Tony Edgar, will be joining us here from the Lake TV broadcast booth here at Versailles. So lots to still come. And of course, Chris, this one is still up for grabs as we see the Indians coming back out. And Love to see McLaughlin just air one out.
Yeah, me too. He's got the arm for it. 20-13. It's a 7-point game. The Tigers went for 2 after their last touchdown. Instead of an 8-point lead, just a 7-point lead.
Oh, that was behind. That's going to be a fumble. Oh, another break for the Indians. Let's get a look at that one again.
It looked like it was behind, which would make it a lateral and a live ball, but the officials blew it dead.
So that is the final play of the half. That's going to conclude the first half of play. And the Versailles Tigers, they lead by a score of 20-13. And wait.
They're talking it over. There still might be a second or two left on the clock.
Now it looks like they may be resetting the clock, and Chris, that'll be the right thing. If it is an incomplete pass, which I don't think, it looked like it was backwards.
Yeah, it did.
The clock would have continued to run, but if it was incomplete, which the officiating crew deemed it to be, the clock should have stopped as soon as the ball hit the ground, and there should be about 1.8 seconds left.
So now does it look like the Versailles Tiger is the same Tiger as Missouri?
It's the exact same, and the Versailles Tigers are the only high school with the exclusive rights from the University of Missouri to use that very logo.
Really?
We'll talk about that during the break.
That's pretty cool for Versailles. Yeah, I wonder, since the Tigers are 0-6 on the season, have they led at halftime this season previous? I don't know, but they will have, barring a miracle play here for the Indians on this last play of the first half, the Tigers will have the lead. Actually, you know what? For sure they did have a lead, because remember that California game we did, they led the Pintos at halftime by 8 points.
So third down here with 2 seconds left. McLaughlin out of the gun. Airs it out. Looking, throws behind Havner. It falls incomplete. Havner looks to be shaken up maybe, but that's going to conclude the first half of play. And at halftime, Versailles up in front by a score of 20-13. We'll have the Mid-Most Sports Network halftime show on Lake TV after this.
Polylift boat lifts. Boaters everywhere have relied on Polylift boat lifts to raise their boat up and out of the water time and time again. Polylift boat lifts are made of the finest materials and offer a lifetime warranty on the tanks. Stop by Polylift and see the huge selection of wet steps, water toys, and dock accessories. You can even shop online at polylift.com. Polylift boat lifts. You know what they say.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Poly lifts.
Lake of the Ozarks is the boating capital in Missouri. Did you know that your prop is the most important part of your boat? With 27 years of propeller repair at Lake of the Ozarks, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, is the choice for you. The most advanced in propeller repair and scanning, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, can help you boat smarter, go farther, and last longer on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist. Go with the best or stay on shore with the rest.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to our halftime festivities, Home Sweet Homecoming. We ask that you remain seated and do not enter the track during our homecoming festivities. This year we crowned one boy and one girl that demonstrated the most school spirit throughout the entire week. This year's Spirit King is Trent Hyman, and Spirit Queen is Ellie Dunaway. Now I ask that you please draw your attention to center field for the homecoming coronation. We'd like to thank J. Ray Custom Jewelry for donating the tiaras for tonight's coronation. Our freshman princess candidate this year is Miss Madison Foley. Madison is the daughter of Jay and Lisa Foley. Madison's school activities include volleyball, basketball, FFA, and FCCLA. Madison's future plans are to attend Missouri State University and study sports medicine. Madison is escorted by freshman Wade Young, son of Rick and Sherry Young. Miss Madison Foley. Our sophomore princess candidate this year is Miss Maris Allison. Maris is the daughter of Jason and Jessica Allison. Maris' school activities include softball, basketball, track and field, beta club, DECA, sophomore class secretary, and Spanish club. Maris' future plans are to attend a 4-year college and major in physical therapy. Maris is escorted by sophomore Justin Hamrick, son of John and Jenny Hamrick. Miss Maris Allison. Our junior princess candidate is Miss Carmen Lamel. Carmen is the daughter of Melissa Bueller and Maurice Lamel. Carmen's school activities include running cross country, basketball, cheerleading, track, history club, beta, and Spanish club. Carmen's future plans are to run cross country at college while obtaining a bachelor's degree in English and journalism to become an author. Carmen is escorted this evening by junior Zane Thibodeau, son of Jesse and Sherry Thibodeau. Miss Carmen Lamel. Our first senior queen candidate this evening is Miss Emma Geyer. Emma is the daughter of Lana Gilbert and Brian Geyer. Emma's school activities include volleyball captain, track, boys basketball manager, DECA, FCA, FCCLA, German club president, and tobacco-free youth. Emma's future plans are to attend college to become an elementary school teacher. Emma is escorted this evening by senior Bentley Elliott, son of Roger and Lisa Elliott. Miss Emma Geyer. Our second senior queen candidate this evening is Miss Gracie Hamrick. Gracie is the daughter of John and Jenny Hamrick. Gracie's school activities include captain of the volleyball team, track, president of National Honor Society, student council president, history club, beta club, and the school newspaper. Gracie's future plans are to live under my parents' roof as long as possible and watch Netflix or go to college to pursue a degree in business. Gracie is escorted by senior Riley Rodeman, son of Margie Downing and Ernest Rodeman. Miss Gracie Hamrick. Our third senior queen candidate and reigning 2018 homecoming princess is Miss Josie Radcliffe. Josie's the daughter of Cindy Andrews and Jeff Bain. Josie's school activities include volleyball and student council treasurer. Josie's future plans are to attend college to become an elementary school teacher. Josie is escorted this evening by senior Austin Zalecki, son of Jason and Jenny Zalecki. Miss Josie Radcliffe. This year's Princess Crown attendants are Tegan Morris and Jackson Shoemaker. Tegan is the daughter of Travis and Stacia Morris and is Miss Broderson's 4th grade class. Tegan likes to play sports, spend time with family, and be around animals. When she grows up, she wants to be a vet or would really love to be a WWE superstar like John Cena.
That is amazing.
Jackson is the son of Sam and Lauren Shoemaker and is in Miss Manuel's 4th grade class. Jackson likes to hunt, play sports, and work out with his dad. Jackson's future plans are to be an NFL player. Tegan Morris and Jackson Shoemaker. This year's queen attendants are Addison Beshinen and Cole Hamrick. Addison is the daughter of Aaron and Debbie Beshinen and is a 4th grader in Miss Broderson's class. Addison enjoys gymnastics, reading, and knitting. When Addison grows up, she wants to be a singer. Cole is the son of John and Jenny Hamrick. and is a 4th grader in the awesome Miss Manuals class. Cole enjoys playing football, spending time with friends and family, and working on having the perfect mullet. And he is doing quite well. Cole's future plans are to be a professional football player. Addison DeShinen and Cole Hamrick. Last year's 2018 homecoming queen is Haley Burnett. Haley is the daughter of Candace Parker. Haley is a 2018 graduate and is currently attending the University of Central Missouri with an emphasis on the psychology field. Haley is escorted this evening by 2018 graduate Ori Bartlett, son of Heather and John Bartlett.
Hey, once they get down here, let's move over, okay?
Your 2019 homecoming princess is Miss Mara Solison. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 homecoming queen is Miss Josie Radcliffe.
Hey guys, once she gets her, we're moving straight to the end zone. No pictures here.
This concludes our 2019 homecoming coronation. Thank you for your attention. Our halftime festivities will continue after a short break with a performance by our MCR2 Tiger Pride Marching Band.
Hi, I'm Tyler Loftus with Ozark Homes. If you're in the market for a new home, or you may be considering building, I encourage you to look into custom-built modular homes. Our modular homes are built, financed, and insured like a regular house. We invite you to visit our display lot right on Highway 5 in Laurie at Lake of the Ozarks. Each home we have on display shows different features from kitchen layouts, floor plans, bathroom options, and much more. We can customize floor plans based off what you, the customer, are wanting. Ozark Homes, family-owned, operated, and making homeowners' dreams come true for over 30 years.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
It's time for the Mid-Mo Sports Network halftime show.
And it's your Mid-Mo Sports Network halftime show, Chris, and hope you guys enjoyed the homecoming coronation ceremony. Always exciting. Somebody gets a crown and, you know, a lot of friends and family.
A little bit cold out there tonight, wasn't it? I mean, boy, those ladies were brave to be out there with no coats.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you get an opportunity to know, look your best, and you got to take it, you know.
Yeah.
So now back to the football game, Chris, and it's a competitive game. It's a one-score game at the break, 2013. You have some stats we're going to run through. What's the scoring and what do the stats look like?
You know, it's interesting. Much like a game we did earlier this year, Versailles at California, the Tigers kind of dominated the first half. They had possession of the ball for most of the half. They moved the ball really well. They lost the lead in the second half and lost the game. So at halftime, unofficially, the Tigers with 11 first downs. They moved the ball very easily when, especially, well, running and passing, really. The Indians just 6 first downs in that first half. So really the Tigers were about double efficient that Versailles were there. The interesting thing was 3 3 touchdowns for Versailles, 2 for the Indians. And as you see these replays, the Tigers were really able to do just about anything they wanted to. They ran the ball really well. You see Williams moving it here. I mean, he found running room, William, all over the place in that first half. A lot of high snaps, but he was able to handle that. You see they put it in the end zone there. Took the early lead on that first drive of the game. And then Osage came back, their first drive of the game. They scored as well. They went for it on 4th down there, came up short. That gave Versailles the ball back. They went down the field and were able to regain the lead and had the lead throughout that second half.
Yeah, and Osage, you talked about it, Chris, really it felt like that the Tigers dominated this first half, but you had a couple plays that Osage took advantage of and a couple plays that didn't come back to bite Osage like we thought they might. The interception by Braden Morrison, that was a big-time play. As Osage was driving, they were held out of the end zone there, and then on that missed extra point, that was a missed opportunity. As you see there, that first touchdown by Logan Havner. But for the Indians, I think you got to feel fortunate that this is a one-score game. You've seen some positive signs, even though the time of possession favors the Tigers, even though the amount of first downs and total yards favor the Tigers. We've seen a couple plays, that one in particular from James Hutchcraft. That went for 49 yards, and Osage has to see a couple more of those big plays in this second half if they're going to have an opportunity to win this game.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I think they've got to feel fortunate, the Indians do, that they're within 7 points, because it really seemed like the Tigers were in control in that first half and could do really just about whatever they wanted to do on offense. I mean, Williams is very impressive at quarterback. He can run the ball well. He can throw the ball well. But you know what? The Indians did a pretty good job, as you just see Edwards running the ball there. Edwards ran really well for the Indians, better than I've seen him run in the 2 previous games that we've done of the Osage Indians, and they were able to put the ball in the end zone twice.
Yeah, and James Hutchcraft, he really is the livelihood of this offense. But the thing you saw in that first half, you touched on the running from Edwards. It was 2 third-down plays, Chris, where it was that read option. He kept it and got outside, and what I was so impressed with Drew Edwards was his patience and following his blockers to pick up those first downs and fight for extra yardage. And those are big, because even though Osage didn't end up with points on 2 of those 4 drives, it did keep the Versailles defense on the field and give their defense, even if short, a little bit of a break, because it seemed like Versailles offense, like we touched on, was out there all the first half.
Yeah, and we talked about it on the pregame show. The difference in this game is probably going to be, is it Versailles' defense that can hold, the Osage offense? Because the Versailles' defense has given up over 50 points a game coming into this one, and so far they're winning that battle. They've only given up, 13 points. They're averaging giving up 50 points. So far the Versailles' defense is winning that battle, even though the Indians have moved the ball pretty well in that first half, but still only 13 points on the board.
Another young man who had a nice first half, it's the junior Michael Bell. He had 2 catches for the Tigers, 55 yards, a touchdown, and he made a couple plays defensively, and he also made a play on special teams. So all the talk was about Dallas Waller, and rightfully so. He had 7 catches for 78 yards and a touchdown, made a couple plays defensively, but Michael Bell I talked about in the pregame. He may have an opportunity with everybody looking at Waller, and although Waller's made his presence felt, Chris, so is Michael Bell.
Yeah, and the thing that I think might be the big difference in the second half is if the Tigers can still throw the ball downfield at will. I mean, in that first half, they only hit on, I think, 1 really big downfield pass, but they had about 4 of them wide open. They just missed on the passes. If Versailles can do that in the second half, then it's going to be really tough for Osage to stop them and to beat them. The Indians, on the other hand, Devin Johnson needs to talk about that. The defense needs to figure that out at halftime, because if they can't stop that, they're in big trouble in this second half.
20-13, the Tigers. They're out in front, Chris, but we've got 2 quarters left. This your Midmo Sports Network halftime show. Chris Schneider, William Holtz will be right back after this.
Hi, this is Kendall Surdike, and at Surdike Yamaha, we have been selling and serving the Ozarks for almost 50 years. We've learned during that time that our customers expect the best in their Yamahas, with same-day service and even courtesy loaner units. That is why at Serdike Yamaha you receive 1 year of free scheduled maintenance with every new and used recreational Yamaha bought. You can have more fun with your Yamaha boats and wave runners that are assembled right here in the USA and won't have to worry about maintenance costs for the first year because it is on us.
You ride on our reputation.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Check out the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $25 a month, wash your car as often as you want. You'll enjoy significant savings. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time.
This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance.
This is your Lake Area State Farm agent, Marcus Sikora, and I would love to be the one you trust for your insurance needs.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown, passion, power, performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
Polylift boat lifts. Boaters everywhere have relied on Polylift boat lifts to raise their boat up and out of the water time and time again. Polylift boat lifts are made of the finest materials and offer a lifetime warranty on the tanks. Stop by Polylift and see the huge selection of wet steps, water toys, and dock accessories. You can even shop online at polylift.com. Polylift boat lifts. You know what they say.
We got time to build boat lifts. We build Poly lifts.
Lake of the Ozarks is the boating capital in Missouri. Did you know that your prop is the most important part of your boat? With 27 years of propeller repair at Lake of the Ozarks, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, is the choice for you. The most advanced in propeller repair and scanning, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, can help you boat smarter, go further, and last longer on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist. Go with the best or stay on shore with the rest.
Hi, I'm Tyler Loftus with Ozark Homes. If you're in the market for a new home, or you may be considering building, I encourage you to look into custom-built modular homes. Our modular homes are built, financed, and insured like a regular house. We invite you to visit our display lot right on Highway 5 in Laurie at Lake of the Ozarks. Each home we have on display shows different features from kitchen layouts, floor plans, bathroom options, and much more. We can customize floor plans based off what you, the customer, are wanting. Ozark Homes, family-owned, operated, and making homeowners' dreams come true for over 30 years.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
Tired of slow internet and data caps? Get ultra-fast fiber internet with Como Connect. High-speed fiber internet starts at $49.95 with speeds up to 1 gig with no data caps. When you're gaming online, streaming your favorite shows, or sharing photos, stay connected at the speed of life. Como Connect.
This live high school game on Lake TV is presented by Slumberland Furniture, the Mid-Mo Sports Network, Serdike Yamaha, Marcus Sikora State Farm, Polylift Boat Lifts, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, Quick Car in Osage Beach, Clark Tire in Sunrise Beach, Ozark Homes, Veracruz in Versailles, Columbia College Lake of the Ozarks, Crown Power in Eldon, the Missouri State High School Activities Association, Como Connect, Hedges Scott Funeral Homes, the Citizens for the Promotion of Sports Tourism at the Lake of the Ozarks. And LOZ Boats, the #1 Lake of the Ozarks boating community on Instagram.
First time ever at Slumberland. Look at what just $10 per month will get you when you spend $5.99. Our lowest finance offer ever. But act fast, it's only 3 weeks. Pay no interest for 5 years when you spend $5.99. 4-piece bedroom set with a free chest, only $10 a month. A gorgeous sofa, only $10 a month. 5-year financing on purchases of just $5.99 or more. And did you know most items can be in your home in a week? First time ever, just 3 short weeks, and only at Slumberland Furniture.
And we are back as we get a look at Kobe Williams, the senior sensation for the Versailles Tigers, a former All-State selection a season ago, All-District, All-Conference, his sophomore campaign, and he has his Tigers out in front 20-13, but something tells me he is not satisfied with a 7-point lead. And Osage, they're going to get the ball first here to start this second half as we conclude our Midmo Sports Network halftime show. We congratulate our homecoming winners, and boy, it's always exciting for schools during their homecoming, Chris, and it's wild to think we've had a homecoming matchup the last 4 weeks, so I think we're done with those for the year.
That's too bad, too, because they're so much fun on and off the field. I mean, it gives the home team a little more juice. You see it, in the team when they take the field when it's homecoming, and of course the halftime festivities. I was watching both teams on the sideline when they came out of the halftime locker rooms. Both teams feeling really good at this point as you watch them interact with each other and feeling like they have a shot to win this. Remember, Versailles 0-6 coming into this game, still looking for their first win of the season, and with the lead right now, they're feeling like this is it.
So Dallas Waller set to kick for Versailles, and Osage, this is a very important drive for them, just down a touchdown. They'd love to tie this up. Now Waller's kick, it's a decent kick, bounces out off the 20, fielded on the hop by Matt Hans, and he's had a nice night returning the football. He's across the 35 up to about the 40-yard line before being taken down there by one Jordan King. So the Indians' first possession on offense here in our second half starts at their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, and the Indians down by a touchdown. Remember, after Versailles scored their late first half touchdown, they decided to go for 2. They did not get it. So instead of being up by 8 points, they're just up by the regular 7. A break for the Indians.
So 1st and 10, balls the Osage 40-yard line as Hutchcraft gets the carry here on first down, and he'll carry a Tiger tackler. That's Dallas Waller for a couple yards. He has 3, going to bring up 2nd down and 7, and Waller, nice tackle on a big guy in James Hutchcraft.
Hutch is he is a load to handle. Picked up, 3-4 yards on that one. And as you mentioned in the first half, that's exactly what Indians coach Devin Johnson would like to see. 4 yards every time they touch the ball. If you do the math, that keeps the first downs coming.
Here's Hutchcraft now. Oh, that's not Hutchcraft now. That's number 42 for Osage, and that's Hayden Wood, the senior, with his first carry of the night. Going to bring up 3rd down and 2, and you can see 4 yards on first, 4 yards on second, and like you said, Chris, we're not math majors, but no. 3 straight 4-yard gains, well, that'll move the sticks almost every time.
That'll do it. And the Indians had unofficially 6 first downs in that first half to 11 for the Tigers. They need a first down here to keep the drive going. They're almost at midfield.
So 3rd down and short. Ball's the 48-yard line. Edwards takes the snap. He's got James Hutchcraft up the middle. Good gain there. That's a big Indian first down inside the Tiger 40, down to the 38-yard line. Another first down presented by Quick Car, and the Indians inside Tiger territory, having 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Hutchcraft looked like he was shot out of a cannon that time, right up the middle, and great yardage and big first down to keep this drive going.
So 1st and 10, 38. Back under center is Edwards. Takes the snap. Hutchcraft Up the middle again, and look at this. Takes 3 or 4 Tigers to bring him down. He's got 6, going to bring up 2nd down and 4. And Chris, after our next commercial break, we'll have Tony Edgar, producer and host with Season to Season Outdoors, coming to Lake TV in 2020. Be an exciting time as we visit with the local celebrity here in Versailles, locally owns some businesses. And I'll tell you what, his kids, not just his kids, but his nieces and nephews are athletes through many different programs here in Versailles and have been for lots of years. And
how great is that?
Tony could even play some ball back in the day, but that's been a long
like he could play some ball right
time
now.
ago. Hutchcraft up the middle on 2nd and 5. We'll give him a couple yards, bring up 3rd down and short. And won't find many people as competitive. Yeah, Edgar was a baller.
Big 3rd down coming up here. They had good yardage on 1st down, didn't get much on that 2nd down, so you've got a 3rd and 3 coming up. And again, it's kind of in that part of the on the field where this is 2-down territory for the Indians. They know they probably got 2 plays to pick up this 1st down.
So you're right, Chris, on 3rd and 3. I would assume 2-down territory here for Osage. Edwards under center. It's going to be an option. He pitches it back. Ball's on the turf and very wisely falling on it. That's Hayden Wood, and that is a disastrous 3rd and short situation. Backs the Indians up to a 4th and 8. And in ball at the 38, I still think this might be a go for it on a 4th down situation, Chris. Ball's at the 37-yard line with 8:30 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that is exactly what the Indians could not afford to do, was lose yardage on that. They had a 3rd and 3, 2 downs to pick it up. Bad pitch. They did that in the 1st half too. That's not their best play, is trying that pitch.
4th down and 9. Edwards runs into Hutchcraft. Hutchcraft gets the carry, and he has just 2 yards in the Tigers defense. A big-time 4th down stop, so Versailles takes back over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. And well, now, Chris, we're going to have Tony come on, and thank you for handing over the headset. Chris will be right back with us here in just a couple moments. And now our good man, Tony Edgar. I know Tony and his crew been working hard as you guys get ready for your 9th season of Season to Season Outdoors. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Welcome to the broadcast booth, Tony. It's chilly here tonight as King outside. A nice tackle to the outside by a couple Indians, but Cubbin, first man there. It brings up 2nd down and 8. And Tony, I know that you don't have any kids playing football, but you don't really miss a Tiger home game, do you?
Not very many. I even went to California. I think you broadcast that game. But, yeah, we try to make as many as we can. Me and Randy Washburn, we get out and hustle a little bit. We like supporting the Tigers, and I don't have kids playing now, but I do have a nephew. It's a freshman that plays, but I just enjoy sports in general.
Nice quick hitter there to Waller, and he's upended it at the 39 and or 44-yard line, and he's close to a 1st down. That's the 8th catch for Waller. And Tony, you probably got to see a lot of Dallas Waller this year. That's an impressive athlete for Versailles.
Yes, he is. I mean, you put him and Williams together, they do some pretty special stuff until they start double teaming him. But good athlete.
So 3rd and short here. We'll get back to season here momentarily, but big 3rd down. Williams calls his own number. He's crossed the 45 up to the 46, and it's another 1st down presented by Quick Car. Tony, so you guys are filming and working on season 9. What's that look like? Like, how many days a week are you guys working on the show?
We're getting ready to go. We have a farm outside of Coal Camp. We go over and we spend about, we're going to be there about 6 weeks, and we'll maybe in that 6 weeks produce 5 or 6 shows. So, you know, a lot of time scouting, and we're going to be bow hunting and also rifle hunting here in Missouri. So put a lot of time into it.
It'll be an exciting season. I know you got some really great guests lined up as Williams gives it to King now across the 45, and nothing doing as Osage swarms the football well. Edwards, first guy there, and Osage, nice job. McCubbin also in on the stop. So that's about a weekend episode, Tony, and I don't think people understand what goes into producing TV. They see a 30-minute TV episode, and they're like, well, I'm sure that took them an hour to do, right? Not the case, is it?
No. Fishing's a little bit easier when I'm doing my fishing shows. I can usually film a show in a day if the fish are biting. Now, sometimes they're not biting, but the hunting's a little bit harder, so it takes a little bit more time. You know what it's like.
I do. You can't show the fish not biting as Williams now on 2nd and 8, rolled to his left, throws. He's got Waller. Yeah, what a throw by Williams. He does it on the run just about as good as he does standing in the pocket. It's a big gainer down to the 36-yard line. We'll give him 16 yards, and that's the 9th catch already for Waller.
Well, I'll tell you what, this lake area has some, you know, I watched Michael Harlan and Dion Hibden today fishing in the Costa was down here at Lake of the Ozarks. I seen Sam Shoemaker tonight. I mean, we got some good athletes and some good talent all the way around here.
Harlan was 11th going into today. Did he place in that top 10?
No, he ended up 33rd, I think. He dropped a little bit, pretty rough day, but Dion moved up from 33rd. I think he finished 17th, so.
Impressive showing to local guys.
Local guys went to high school here at Versailles. We got a lot of good fishermen.
It's neat to see, especially when you include what you guys are doing. Of course, the Hillbilly Hammer, and there's a lot of good graduates. You see them come back and love to contribute, and it's a great place to grow up. I can attest to that. You can attest to that. And now we'll see if the Tigers get that coveted first win here, Tony. They got the lead, and they're faced with a 1st down and long at the 41-yard line. Jordan King split to the right side of Williams. He'll get the snap, and he's going to be bulldozed there by a swarm of Indians. So is there any teasers you can give us about some of your guests or anything we can be looking forward to season 9 of season to season?
You could see Sam Shoemaker on the show. We've talked about doing a fishing show. Also, I've got Dexter Roberts. He actually finished 3rd on The Voice this year. He's going to be down after the Chiefs game. He's going to perform on Sunday night game, come down and spend a couple days with us hunting. So that'll be interesting. And you know, you never know. You might see William Holtz on the show. I know he's an athlete, too. Huh?
Well, maybe a couple years ago. Now, 2nd and 15. Williams out of the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, bottom of your screen. He looks that way. Steps up, airs it out. He's got Bell again, and Bell unable to haul it in. That was Matt Hans from his safety position. Makes a dandy of a play. So, Tony, season to season outdoors, season number 9, should be hitting the airways when?
We're looking at hitting Lake TV hopefully after the 1st of the year. We'll get everything put together, slated. We've talked. We have contracts in place, and we're going to go ahead and go with it. I like what you're doing with Lake TV. I like, seeing some of these games on TV. This never happened before, so it's nice to see, and I appreciate what you're doing with the whole community and everybody around the lake areas, because it's really grown. And
well, I appreciate it, man. We appreciate you being willing to work with us, and we are super excited, guys. Season to season outdoors coming to Lake TV in January 2020. Stay tuned to find out more information and see some behind-the-scenes stuff with the man, the myth, the legend. That's Tony Edgar, season to season outdoors. Tony, thank you for your time, my friend, and hopefully your Tigers, my Tigers, get a win.
Well, we hope so, but thanks for having me, and I better turn it back to the guy that knows what he's talking about.
That's Chris. We'll take a short commercial break. This timeout presented by Crown Power, the Case IH timeout break. We'll be back after this.
This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance.
This is your Lake Area State Farm agent, Marcus Sikora, and I would love to be the one you trust for your insurance needs.
And we are back for Versailles, 3rd and 15 here. Ball's the 40-yard line. Williams out of the shotgun. Steps up in the pocket, looking for Waller, who jumps, and Waller tried to get that foot down and able to, but what an athletic play. Going to bring up 4th down and 15. What if we get another look at that one? Waller sure climbed the ladder on that play.
Yeah, he sure did, man. He shows a lot of his athleticism there. Pass a little bit high, just couldn't quite bring it in.
This is a really nice play right there by Thunderberg to push him before that foot hit the ground.
Would not have been a 1st down anyway, but here we have it on 4th down. On the 41, do you go for it or you drop back and kick it? Looks like they're going to kick it.
And the official runs back to receive it. Williams kicks, good kick here, bounces at about the 17 and hits and takes a nice Tiger bounce, and that will finally quit rolling at about the 5-yard line. So that is a 36-yard punt inside the 5, and Osage backed up against a wall. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line, Chris.
Yeah, I tell you what, nice stop there for the Osage Indians defense. Remember, they had the ball first here in the second half and got stopped on that drive. Good stop for them on defense.
So Osage now, 1st down and 10, Chris. We'll see if they can't get something going. I'd be interested to see here, backed up deep, inside your own end. Don't want to get too cute here because, you know, a turnover or a quick 3-and-out would spell disaster for this Indians team. So they need to find a way to get big here and move the football. A dangerous pitch inside the end zone, fielded by Hans, and he'll be taken down by Williams at the 5-yard line. That goes for no gain officially, brings up 2nd down and 10, and really nice pursuit by one Kobe Williams to the outside.
I tell you what, they're living dangerously with that pitch in the end zone. They really got fortunate that they didn't put that on the deck and lose the ball.
So 2nd down and 10. Osage wants to get some positive yardage here on 2nd down. Oh, and it's big old Hutchcraft up to the 10-yard line. He'll have 5 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. And he's tough to bring down, Chris, but for the most part, outside of his big run, Versailles has done a nice job containing Hutch tonight.
Yeah, they really have. There's been a couple of plays where he has just burst through the middle and picked up some big gash yards. But for the most part, you're right, the Tiger defense has been right on top of him and kept them to some shorter gains. Big play here for the Osage Indians. They really need to pick up a 1st down, keep this ball moving, or they're going to have to kick it back, and Tigers would have good field position.
And it's Hutchcraft, and he has a big 1st down for Osage on the delayed draw. He has 7 yards. That's a big-time 1st down presented by Quick Car. And, Chris, we do have a score update. It's the Camdenton Lakers tonight, Chris. They're on the road at Glendale, who are 4-2 in that game. Camdenton leads 22-20.
Whoa. Late
in the 3rd quarter. We'll try to keep you posted on that one. That score update came from our production truck as Anne-Marie Holtz, our program director, just shared the news with us. We'll try to keep you posted. Now 1st down and 10. Here's Edwards. Cuts back across. Nice run. Still on his feet. Still going. And he's all the way up to the 41-yard line. 21 yards for Drew Edwards. He was like an army tank. He was like pinballing people left and right, and finally taken down a 21-yard run, and he has had a really nice game running the football.
Yes, he has. I tell you what, he's a senior. He is feeling, you know, that when the season starts to wind down, we're down to our last, 3 or 4 games of the regular season. This is the best I've seen him play, and we've done 3 of their games this year. This is the best I've seen Edwards play all year. That was a great run. Big 1st down.
Ball's now at the 41-yard line, a drive that started at the Osage 5, and Hutchcraft. Another positive play on 1st down. We'll give him 7, maybe 8, Chris. They're going to say 7 yards officially, 2nd down and 3. And
big pickup on 1st down. That makes it 2nd and 3 or 4 yards to go, exactly where the Indians want to be. And they're keeping possession of the ball, still down by a touchdown, the same score that we had at halftime, less than a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. But the Indians right where they need to be here with the ball, with the opportunity to get even.
That got to go back to that 3rd and 5 when they ran Hutchcraft and got 7 yards. Gutsy call. And now Hans on the misdirection. He's got a 1st down across midfield into Tiger territory, down to the 47. We'll give him 5 yards, and the Osage Indians now catching a little stride, and that 1st down presented by Quick Car. Osage now just down a score. We've only got 28 seconds left here in this 3rd quarter, and Chris, this one looks like it could be a real exciting finish.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you just watch this Osage team, even though they're down by a touchdown, they are confident. They're very confident they can get back in this game and get on top.
Edwards on the read option, fakes the handoff. He takes off for 13 yards inside the 35-yard line. Another Indian first down. And now this misdirection on the read option has proven very effective tonight. That's the fourth big gash we've seen from Edwards. That's going to conclude 3 quarters of play. And Chris, although Versailles leads 20-13. It's the Indians marching. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. You're watching exclusive coverage of high school football on Lake TV, and this commercial break is presented by Crown Power and Case IH. We'll be right back after this.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown. Passion, power, performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
And we are back as we're going to get another look at this one. Hutchcraft was wrapped up, but it was Edwards who's still just pinballing off Tiger defenders and carrying guys left and right. That's a great effort. And Chris, don't look now, but it's the Indians driving. They're in Versailles territory. We start our 4th quarter, and this crowd is a little quiet as we get a look. And I know it's chilly, but
I think they're frozen.
Yeah, they're frozen. We got to see some of the Osage coaches. Of course, Lake TV's Cameron Bell down here in the booth, and they just needed to thaw out. And then we said, "Are you thawed out?" They said, "Yeah, but we're going right back to it." Edwards now under center on 1st down, carries the number 46, and Quinn Randall with the big hit, going to bring up 2nd down.
The Indians have picked up unofficially 11 first downs. They're catching up with Versailles. The Tigers with 13 first downs in the game. Tigers had a 2-1 edge at halftime, but Osage, for the most part, has kind of dominated this second half so far, but they haven't been able to put any points on the board, and they're still trailing by the touchdown.
That's Jesse Wormuth in there for Osage, and now it's going to be Hans. Nice cut back inside the 30, and Hans up to the 22-yard line. An Indian first down presented by Quick Car, and Hans has had a nice game. He's got a couple of nice rushes, but he's had a huge game in the special teams game.
Yeah,
Chris.
I tell you what, you got to be impressed with what the Indians are doing. They got possession on this drive deep in their own territory, like on their own 5-yard line, and they have been moving it down the field close to moving into the red zone.
1st and 10 now. Ball is the 22. Edwards fakes the handoff, now rolls to his left. It was a design quarterback option, but it didn't look like one Indian was in the right place. Goes for a modest gain of 1. Chris, vote on November 5th for an increase in the Tri-County Lodging Association tax for the development of a destination tournament soccer complex. This means no tax increase for local residents, $75 million in annual increase in visitor spending, while creating new jobs and extending employment with more family visitations in spring and fall. To find out more, go to lakevotesoccer.com or plan on attending the upcoming forum on October 28th. So 2nd and 9. Edwards under center. Ball's given to Hans. No, Edwards keeps it on the option, and really nice tackle coming up for the Tigers. That's number 54, Ryan Chamberlain, the senior. He gets him by the shoestrings and just does take down Edwards, but Osage doing a nice job of hiding the football. That's the 3rd or 4th time in the second half it's looked like the up man got the handoff, but it's Edwards pulling it out at the last second, and there's truly an art to that on the read option.
And the Tigers have done a really good job on the last 2 downs of stopping that play, and now they've got a 3rd and long for the Indians.
It's Hutchcraft trying to get outside, now cuts back inside, powers forward inside the 15. They'll spot him at the 14-yard line. That's going to bring up a 4th down and 2, and Osage inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone. They've got it 4th down and 2, and needless to say, Chris, this is a huge 4th and 2 for both the Versailles defense and the Osage offense. 4th down and 2, Edwards under center, trying to draw the Tigers off sides. Now looking for the call from his coach with 10 seconds on the play clock. Edwards under center now. Again, an Osage calls a timeout presented by Crown Power Case IH. So, ladies and gentlemen, this one is going to be an exciting finish. 8:47 left in the game. Osage trailing the Versailles Tigers by a score of 20-13. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients, with a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
Back here on Lake TV, and Chris, not just the players roughing the elements, the coaches, the fans, but the Lake TV crew. I'm William Holtz. I'm providing play-by-play, and joined by the great Chris Schneider providing color. We've got our director of photography switching in the truck, the great Andrew Evans, our chief engineer running the replay machine tonight, Ricky Smith, our head production assistant program director in the booth, Anne-Marie Holtz, our field cam, Ross Reinhardt, our top angle cam, Cameron Bell. Now 4th and 2, Chris. Edwards under center. Trying to draw the Tigers offsides to no avail. 4th down and short. Edwards. He's going to keep it on the option, pitches it out. It's on the ground again. Hans falls on it, but at the 14-yard line, it goes for no gain, and the Tigers defense gets the stop they so desperately needed, and that's an opportunity Osage could ill afford to pass up on.
You know what? And they actually had the right play called. It was a good pitch that time. Running back just couldn't bring it in. Put it on the deck, and I mean, look at that, all that room that he had. He had the first down there if he could have caught the ball. He just couldn't bring it in, and they turn it over, and that makes the Indians unofficially 1 for 4 on 4th downs in this game, and that has been a huge, huge difference in this game. Indians were driving, looking for the tying score. They turn it over on downs.
Waller now in motion. It's going to be a little pitch to him forward. He's got some room across the 20. He's outside, still on his feet. Dallas Waller cuts across. He's across midfield, and here he goes. Finally taken down at the 33-yard line. They'll officially mark him out. Well, no indication yet. A huge time gain. It's all the way down to the 31-yard line. That's 54 yards. And again, that is a pass as he throws it forward to him. 54 yards, and Waller's big night continues.
He's a stud. Watch him. I mean, he is strong and fast and hard to bring down for the Indians. And boy, they flipped the field on one play.
Anne-Marie, ask Ricky in the truck if that was a forward pass or a running play. Gotta find out. So 1st down and 10 now. Colby Williams out of the shotgun. 1st down and 10. In motion's Braden Morrison. Williams keeps it, tripped up by Escobar coming from his linebacker position, limiting Williams to a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Colby Williams, the ball carrier, tackled by Rudy Escobar, number 50.
2nd down and 5, and I don't agree. I think that's a passing play, Chris. They keep announcing on the PA that the ball carrier,
right?
But officially, if you cut in front of him, it's not a handoff. If it's a pitch, it can't be sideways. It has to, even if it's straight up, that's still a forward pass.
Yeah.
So I think it's a catch.
That's why
unofficially.
They used to call those shovel passes in the NFL.
Well, so unofficially, Williams now with 10 completions to Dallas Waller on the night. He's over 100 yards. He's got close to 130 yards. Bryson Reynolds takes the snap, makes the first guy miss, makes the second guy miss. Finally taken down. That's going to bring up 3rd down and short, but Bryson Reynolds, hard-nosed run, and Osage, they got to get a stop here, Chris.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You got a 3rd down and a short 2. The Indians down by a touchdown, can't afford to give up any more points, go down any further with less than 7 minutes to go in the ball game here. They're not built to score a lot of points fast, so they've got to keep this thing within reason.
3rd down and 2. The Tigers knocking on the doorsteps of the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone. Williams with the snap, calls his own number, up the middle, design quarterback draw. It works to perfection, 6 yards. Then another first down presented by Quick Car. So the Tigers now inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone. So that's going to be first down and 10. Ball's officially at the 18-yard line, Chris, but more importantly for Osage, just 6:07 left on the clock. They trail by a score, and their backs are against the wall. I think that was a legal motion. Kobe Williams rolls to his right, floats it wide open. It's Morrison for a score and touchdown Tigers. Wow. 18 yards out, touchdown for Braden Morrison, and his big night continues, Chris.
That was a really, really nice design play. Nice rollout. Williams took his time, had plenty of time to just float it up there. Receiver wide open, touchdown, and the lead expands. And Versailles moves closer to their first win of the year.
Yeah, Morrison streaked wide open. The extra point from Waller. He's a good, so 2-score lead now for the Tigers with 5:50 left. Chris, we'll stay with you here as Versailles up by 2 scores.
And be sure to vote on November 5th for an increase in the Tri-County Lodging Association tax for the development of a destination tournament soccer complex. No tax increase for local residents. $75 million annual increase in visitor spending. Creates new jobs and extend employment. More family visitation in spring and fall.
That's going to be a big-time ballot issue. Our upcoming forum is October 28th. Make sure you attend that. You can find out more at votelakesoccer.com. This message has been paid for by the citizens for the promotion of sports tourism at Lake of the Ozarks and Jim Judas, their treasurer. So you see these Tigers now 2-score lead, Chris, just 5:50 to go, but Osage still 6 minutes, only down 2, so not over yet, but you alluded to it. This Osage Indians team with Drew Edwards at quarterback is not designed to pick up big chunks of yards. However, Brockton McLaughlin, the sophomore quarterback, we've seen him. He's a little bit more of a gunslinger. Does Coach Devin Johnson call his number for the rest of tonight's game?
Yeah, we've seen earlier games this year when they need to throw the ball, they bring in the sophomore.
Fielded at about the 14-yard line and a big-time hit. Gavin Brantley, the freshman, just delivers a huge hit. That's the son of great wrestling coach here at Versailles, Sean Brantley, of course, the media relations and librarian here for Versailles, Leslie Brantley, his mother, 2 of the most incredible members here at this school district, and their freshman son, Gavin Brantley, just showed you why people are excited about this 14-year-old young man.
Wow.
Look how big he is at 7'2". He knows his size. He's a very sneaky, quick kid. He's got a promising future in this Versailles football program.
It sure does.
Now we have a penalty flag presented by Ozark Homes, and I guess an illegal substitution or an illegal shift, or
they've got too many men on the field. Looks like they've got 12 out there.
Gotcha. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty, and haven't had a ton of penalties outside of the offsides tonight.
Yeah, it's been a very cleanly played game all the way around, and really the difference in this ball game has just been a couple of plays, namely a couple of 4th down misses for the Osage offense.
Still out there at quarterback, having a really nice game. It's Edwards. Hans makes a nice catch. Edwards comes up. Bryson Reynolds finishes off Hans, and I don't think Hans was happy about that location on that. He has just one. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 14.
That was a nice grab. That pass was behind him. He was able to twist himself around, pick it up, and didn't do much good.
Edwards out in the flat. Havner comes up, makes the play. Really nice catch, because that was the defender barreling down on him, and quickly Adam Ratcliffe, the sophomore, out there in coverage. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and long, Chris.
Yeah, 3rd and 11. That penalty on 1st down really backed them up. And this Indians offense, again, not built for chunk yardage.
Here's the pass to Hans outside, and there's going to be a penalty. I think they're going to get Braden Morrison with a face mask here.
I think, yeah.
It's a penalty flag presented by Ozark Homes and a break the Osage Indians so desperately needed.
That is a huge break for the Indians because that was 3rd and long. They did not get the first down. Probably would have had to go for it on 4th down, but you can see
nice call by the official.
Face mask right there, yeah.
Oh, so it's just a 5-yard variety.
That's surprising.
Going to bring up 3rd down and I guess 6 here.
A good redo, though, for the Indians. 3rd and shorter, they get another shot at it on 3rd down. And again, where we are in the ball game here with less than 5 minutes to go, they'll probably have to go for it on 4th down if they don't get it on 3rd.
Out of the shotgun, here is Edwards. It's Havner who makes the catch up at the 40-yard line. He's got a first down. We'll give him 9 yards and a first down presented by Quick Car, and Havner now his 3rd catch, 2nd on this series.
Nice pass. Edwards drilled it in there. There wasn't a whole lot of room, but he squeezed it right in there. Nice pass, nice, big, huge first down for Osage.
Edwards now takes the snap, rolls, throws, deflected. Looking for Havner. Hans almost had a chance at it, and luckily for Osage, it falls incomplete. But there's pressure on the quarterback, Edwards. He tried to deliver a strike, and I'm surprised that Logan Havner has not been more of a focal point of this offense. You saw that first offensive series, they hit him on the 19-yard strike, did Colton McLaughlin, or Brockton McLaughlin, but Chris, they hadn't really went to him since until this drive right here.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I think the Tigers are fortunate that they tipped that ball because I think that receiver was open and it was looking like a pretty good pass play.
Havner got single coverage now. Looking for him, and that's going to be pass interference as Braden Morrison got his hand in there and trips up Havner, so the penalty flag at the 36-yard line. We'll see if they have a pass interference or illegal contact. And really, you got to be honest, Chris, I don't know if that was the route, that hitch route, that post route, but Havner had the step, and he actually helped the defender by cutting inside. I think that his quarterback thought he was going to keep running that streak route.
I think so too, but a big penalty, and it gives the Indians another first down.
Via penalty.
Via penalty, absolutely. And they have now got, Osage has 14 first downs on the game, but they've been stopped on 4th down several times.
Here's Hutchcraft now with a carry. He lowers his head, and he's going to be taken down by Tigers Mason Hibden and Gabe Brandon.
The Indians' clock is ticking, 4 minutes, 6 seconds to go. They need to speed this up since they're down by 2 touchdowns. They need to get in the end zone a couple of times.
Here's Edwards. He'll scramble to his left now. Plants throws across his body into pressure and almost caught on the far sideline by Matt Hans. To no avail. Going to bring up a 3rd down and about 7 here.
That was not the smartest of passes in there. But he got away with it being incomplete, and as you said, almost caught. It would have been kind of a miraculous catch, but it's almost getting to be desperation time for the Indians now with 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the game and down by 2 touchdowns. 3rd down, they got to get this one. They'll have to go for it on 4th if they don't.
That was Lassiter on the play, not Hans, as we have a, Coach Brock Silvers is hot as he comes onto the field, and we'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
This live high school game on Lake TV is presented by Slumberland Furniture, the Midmo Sports Network, Surdyke Yamaha, Marcus Sikora State Farm, Hollylift Boat Lifts, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, Quick Car in Osage Beach, Clark Tire in Sunrise Beach, Ozark Homes, Veracruz in Versailles, Columbia College Lake of the Ozarks, Crown Power in Eldon, the Missouri State High School Activities Association, Como Connect, Hedges Scott Funeral Homes, the Citizens for the Promotion of Sports Tourism at the Lake of the Ozarks, and LOZ Boats, the #1 Lake of the Ozarks boating community on Instagram.
And we are back here on Lake TV, and just a reminder, Veracruz in Versailles, the official Mexican restaurant of Lake TV, is open late tonight. Come hang out with the Lake TV crew. We'll be there closing the place down. I got to treat Chris Schneider to his first Veracruz experience. But first, the Indians here in Versailles territory, down 2. They're looking to score here. It's 3rd down and 6. Edwards, the quick one to Hans, and Hans unable to haul that in, and Edwards very inaccurate on that delivery.
Yeah, that one was on Edwards. Just not a good pass. Didn't give him a shot, and it brings up kind of a, do or die 4th down here. You got 4th down and 7. You're down by 2 touchdowns with 3:45 to go. You got to pick up this first down, give yourself a shot to get in the end zone and get back in this game. If you don't get this one, you're in deep trouble. And so far in the game, unofficially, the Indians just 1 for 4 on 4th downs.
1 for 4 thus far. They'll look to go 2 for 5. Edwards out of the shotgun. Quick snap, quick throw. Has Havner high. It's intercepted. Michael Bell, a big game already. This would be from 69 yards out if he could take it inside the 30. Still on his feet. And Michael Bell from 69 yards out has sealed the victory. The nail has been driven into the coffin, and the Tigers are going to get their first win of the season. What a night for Michael Bell, and that really is an explanation point to what has been a career night for the junior.
Yeah, and you saw that interception there. That was not an easy catch. He was in the right place, the right time. It almost looked like the ball was going to be tipped, but he was right there, and you can see the speed. Takes it back for a pick 6 and should pretty much cement the first win of the season for the Tigers.
Yeah, what a night he has had. That's his 2nd score tonight. He's done it receiving the football, and now he's done it with the pick 6. Waller, the kick is up, and he remains a perfect 4 for 4 on the night. The Tigers, they're running away with it. They lead 34-13 with 3:33 left. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
First time ever at Slumberland. Look at what just $10 per month will get you when you spend $5.99. Our lowest finance offer ever. But act fast, it's only 3 weeks. Pay no interest for 5 years when you spend $5.99. 4-piece bedroom set with a free chest, only $10 a month. A gorgeous sofa, only $10 a month. 5-year financing on purchases of just $5.99 or more. And did you know most items can be in your home in a week? First time ever, just 3 short weeks, and only at Slumberland Furniture.
Welcome back, Chris. I want you to look at something here. Look at Bell. He saw it before it happened. He was already breaking on the football. Radcliffe almost got a hand on it. Bell able to secure it. And look at the moves afterwards. Look at the block here, too, on number 71 as Kobe Williams comes down the field. Gives a little push, springs him the extra distance, and Michael Bell from 69 yards out to pay dirt. What a play.
How sweet it is for the Tigers for their first win of the season and on homecoming.
Dallas Waller now set to kick. It's low, and it is short. Bounces up, fielded right there by Chilton, it looks like. No, that's actually number 10 up to the 37-yard line. Mason Dooley, the junior. Chris, I do got to finish giving a shout-out to the crew. We've also got running our graphics in the truck, production assistant Jonah Diebert, our field production assistant Zach Reinhardt, our pre-production creative services director Bob Spicer, our technical director back at Como, Brian Mueller, and our special camera op and editor Blake DeBello, and of course Chris been doing a great job keeping stats up here, pulling double duty. So that's going to bring up first down and 10 after the short kick, and Osage down by 3. Now in is Brockton McLaughlin, the sophomore, and he's going to hand inside give, and interesting, down by 3 with 3.5 minutes to go. As it appeared to you, Chris, as Coach Johnson and the Osage Indians throwing in the towel, just wanted to leave this one healthy?
It's interesting. Usually you're down by 3 touchdowns with, less than 4 minutes to go in the game. You're throwing the ball trying to go downfield, but the Indians' offense just really isn't built for that. And when they get down big, they have a real hard time coming from behind. They're just, again, not that kind of an offense. They're going to have to start putting it up here, though.
Both Versailles' defense tonight came into the game yielding 50-plus points a game. Chris, not only do they get 2 big takeaways tonight, hold Osage to 1 for 5 on 4th down conversions. It's going to end up being, and the pick 6 was huge. The special teams game, kicking the extra points was good, and for Versailles has to give you a boost of confidence. And Chris, as we look ahead to see what's next for both of these teams, the Tigers, of course, they'll improve to 1-6 on the season. Well, I guess I don't have it. I do right here. Osage, they got to play Blair Oaks next week.
Ouch.
At home. Yeah, that should not be a fun one. They'll end their season at Eldon. That should be a fun game. Always a good rivalry for Versailles. We'll be right back here next week for Lake TV's Game of the Week as the Eldon Mustangs come in, and then Versailles will end right here again against Hallsville. And Hallsville last week, Chris, they lost to Blair Oaks.
I saw that. They got beat up.
They did, and that shows how good Blair Oaks is, because you and I both were talking about how good that game could end up being. And Blair Oaks really flexed their muscles against a school we thought could give them a run for their money. And I think we now know this conference belongs to the Blair Oak Falcons.
Oh, my goodness gracious, yeah. If you can beat Hallsville that bad, you are good.
McLaughlin, the give, that's 42, a nice burst of speed. That's a big-time carry for Aiden Wood. We'll give him 11 yards and a first down presented by Quick Car, but we also have a penalty flag, or do we? I think we do have a penalty flag.
We do.
Presented by Ozark Holmes, and personal foul against the defense. That is not going to make Coach Silver's very happy, Chris. I didn't see it, but personal foul, and Osage takes advantage of that. Just a minute and a half to go, and I guess for Osage, you kind of know you don't really have the offense to score in 1 or 2 plays. So down 3, those points matter.
Oh, man. The difference in this ball game has been just a couple of plays, 4th downs for the Osage Indians offense that they did not get. If they were able to convert on, this score could almost be turned around.
Brockton McLaughlin, a carry up the middle, and nice carry. He's got about 9 yards, and inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone as we approach a minute left to go. Folks, don't go anywhere. Following tonight's ball game, it'll be your post-game show presented by Surdike Yamaha. We'll talk with Versailles head coach Brock Silvers. We'll also try to get our player of the game presented by Crown Power Case IH for an interview. That and much more after the conclusion of this one. McLaughlin now, they give, and Wood, he hit the balls on the turf, and I believe the Tigers have it. They do. Bryson Reynolds, he's the beneficiary of a fumble, and the Tigers, their 3rd takeaway of the night. And we got to give a shout out here to this Versailles coaching staff. It's been a long road this season, 0-6. Everybody's talking about you, but you got to stay true to who you are. That's what head coach Brock Silvers has done. And I'll tell you what, Dusty Daniels, Aaron Allen, Bo Roseblock, Kirk Hanna, some great assistants, of course, Anthony Piercy as well. Rich Williams, a special assistant to the staff. Just a really good staff here. It's hard to keep going when you're not winning games, but kudos to Coach Silvers and his staff for rallying the troops, getting them ready for homecoming, and they put on a show for their hometown crowd tonight.
They sure did. They came into tonight feeling like they could get their first win, and they've pulled it off.
So that is going to be our final snap. Your final from the Audrey J. Walton Sports Complex in Versailles, Missouri. The Tigers winless no more. It's 34-13, the Tigers over Osage. We'll be back on Lake TV with the Surdike Yamaha postgame show after this.
Hi, this is Kendall Surdike, and at Surdike Yamaha, we have been selling and serving the Ozarks for almost 50 years. We've learned during that time that our customers expect the best in their Yamahas, with same-day service and even courtesy loaner units. That is why at Surdike Yamaha, you receive 1 year of free scheduled maintenance with every new and used recreational Yamaha bought. You can have more fun with your Yamaha boats and wave runners that are assembled right here in the USA and won't have to worry about maintenance costs for the first year because it is on us.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Check out the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $25 a month, wash your car as often as you want. You'll enjoy significant savings. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time.
This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance.
This is your Lake Area State Farm agent, Marcus Sikora, and I would love to be the one you trust for your insurance needs.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown. Passion, power, performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
Polylift boat lifts. Boaters everywhere have relied on Polylift boat lifts to raise their boat up and out of the water time and time again. Polylift boat lifts are made of the finest materials and offer a lifetime warranty on the tanks. Stop by Polylift and see the huge selection of wet steps, water toys, and dock accessories. You can even shop online at polylift.com. Polylift boat lifts. You know what they say.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Polylifts.
Lake of the Ozarks is the boating capital in Missouri. Did you know that your prop is the most important part of your boat? With 27 years of propeller repair at Lake of the Ozarks, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, is the choice for you. The most advanced in propeller repair and scanning, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, can help you boat smarter, go farther, and last longer on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist. Go with the best or stay on shore with the rest.
Hi, I'm Tyler Loftus with Ozark Homes. If you're in the market for a new home, or you may be considering building, I encourage you to look into custom-built modular homes. Our modular homes are built, financed, and insured like a regular house. We invite you to visit our display lot right on Highway 5 in Laurie at Lake of the Ozarks. Each home we have on display shows different features from kitchen layouts, floor plans, bathroom options, and much more. We can customize floor plans based off what you, the customer, are wanting. Ozark Homes, family-owned, operated, and making homeowners' dreams come true for over 30 years.
Are you tired of the same old boring Mexican food? Then come to Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, where you'll find all of your Mexican favorites on our menu, including our signature burrito caliente and our wide variety of weekday lunch combos, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients. With a fun, family-friendly atmosphere, Veracruz is perfect for all occasions. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant. Stop in for a fantastic, authentic Mexican meal or call 573-378-5757 to place a takeout order. We're located off of Highway 5 in Versailles.
From the beginning, fast has been important. Today's world demands fast. Faster cars, faster planes, faster eaters. Whoa, that's too fast. So we know that your internet needs to be fast. Stay out of my way, fast. Surfing, streaming, downloading. You want fast, we got fast. At Como Connect, we make sure your internet's fast. Up to 1 gigabit per second fast. Because faster is better.
Welcome back to the postgame show presented by Surdike Yamaha, here with Versailles head coach Brock Silvers. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you, William. Great game for our kids. I think we played more kids tonight than we ever have, and a lot of young kids stepping up, making plays. A couple seniors being out tonight, and starting 2 guys for the first time in their varsity career. It's a good win.
Tell you what, you guys really set the tone after they had answered with the touchdown, that 4th down stop by Tessia. You talked about getting him back. What did that 4th down stop mean to your program?
You know, just the intensity that he brings. But, yeah, getting a stop there. We've been struggling defensively of coming up one big play, and that was one that just kind of changed the whole momentum of that game and one that we couldn't get in any other game. You know, we were beating Southern Boone at halftime, beating California at halftime. We just couldn't come up with that defensive play, that big turnover, like Michael Bell, the pick 6. You know, we just need one of those big plays, and we got them to fumble a pitch on 4th down as well. I mean, defensively on 4th down we played outstanding, and Coach Allen and those guys did a great job on the defense sideline this week.
You mentioned the junior Michael Bell, Coach. You come in, a lot of attention on Kobe Williams, a lot of attention on Dallas Waller. This is a kid that's come under the radar a little bit, made some big plays for your team, and he didn't just do it on offense, he did it defensively and on special teams. Big game for the kid tonight.
He's got tremendous potential. Michael is a quarterback for us coming up. His first year playing receiver, and we knew we'd have 3 great weapons, and we thought he'd develop, and he has been. He's got a couple big play potential in him. He doesn't have the speed that Dallas and BMO really have yet, but he runs really good routes, and we just got to get him to catch the ball a couple more times and be a little more short-handed, and he's going to be as good as any of those other guys like a Wyatt Espinoza or Cooper Wilson we've had in the past.
Coach, how long do you get to enjoy this one before you turn your focus to the Eldon Mustangs?
Our coaching staff, you got about an hour, and then by the time it's done eating, then we got to go move on. But our kids, I told them, don't worry about it until Monday. Enjoy it until Monday because they haven't came very often this year, so we need to enjoy this one, and then we'll get right back to work on Monday with those guys.
Coach, we'll go celebrate with your wife, your kids, your community. Congratulations, and we'll be right back on the Serdike Yamaha postgame show with our Crown Power and Case IH player of the game.
Slumberland Furniture, the Midmo Sports Network, Serdike Yamaha, Marcus Sikora State Farm, Hollylift Boat Lifts, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, Quick Car in Osage Beach, Clark Tire in Sunrise Beach, Ozark Homes, Vera Cruz in Versailles, Columbia College Lake of the Ozarks, Crown Power in Eldon, the Missouri State High School Activities Association, Como Connect, Hedges Scott Funeral Homes, the Citizens for the Promotion of Sports Tourism at the Lake of the Ozarks, and LOZ Boats, the #1 Lake of the Ozarks boating community on Instagram.
Yeah, we're back for our postgame show presented by Serdike Yamaha. It's time for our player of the game presented by Crown Power and Case IH. It's the junior. I tell you what, heck of a game for you tonight. Michael Bell, what did it feel like to make all those plays for your team?
Well, I wouldn't have done it without my team. I wouldn't have been able to be in a position without, to be honest, like Quinn was there for me to block, so I wouldn't even took to the house. It wasn't for Quinn. So I put it to the team, and they got me there.
You love your team, Quinn Randall, big leader. Let's talk about early in the game. You had that streak, you were open, got overshot for your quarterback. You know your man Kobe Williams, he's got to give you another shot, and he sure did, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He has an arm. He can throw it pretty far, and to get that attention, it was very great.
I saw a really impressive play on you on the interception. It looked like you broke early. You saw the quarterback's eyes. You broke on it before it was even thrown in that direction, made a great play. What were you thinking as you saw the end zone 69 yards away?
Oh, I was pumped. We were up by 2 touchdowns, and I knew we had the game by then.
Very good. You guys got Eldon next week, another game you guys feel like you can win. Tigers going to roll it with 2 in a row?
Yep, for sure.
That's the junior, tonight's player of the game presented by Crown Power. Michael, congratulations, man. Look forward to watching you next week, and go enjoy this win with your team.
I will.
All right, we'll be right back on the rest of the postgame show presented by Serdike Yamaha.
Hard work gets the job done. Superior performance lets you do more. Crown Power proudly sells Kubota's full line of equipment, giving you everything you need to fit your lifestyle. Ready to take off? Drive Kubota's new UTV Sidekick. Engineered for work, geared for fun. This high-performance, quiet crossover utility vehicle will get you there faster with a perfectly smooth ride. Crown. Passion. Power. Performance. Serving you at 8 Missouri locations.
Hi, this is Kendall Serdike, and at Serdike Yamaha, we have been selling and serving the Ozarks for almost 50 years. We've learned during that time that our customers expect the best in their Yamahas, with same-day service and even courtesy loaner units. That is why at Serdike Yamaha, you receive 1 year of free scheduled maintenance with every new and used recreational Yamaha bought. You can have more fun with your Yamaha boats and wave runners that are assembled right here in the USA and won't have to worry about maintenance costs for the first year because it is on us.
You ride on our reputation.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Check out the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $25 a month, wash your car as often as you want. You'll enjoy significant savings. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time.
It's time for the Serdike Yamaha postgame show.
And we're back here on our Serdike Yamaha post-game show, Chris. And
you look pretty darn cold down there on the field, man. Was it chilly?
It was. Those kids, those coaches, those fans, much tougher than I here. Of course, the district of Versailles always takes such good care of us. They put us in the booth, and afraid to say it, they stuck some of the coaches and the radio guys upstairs, and they gave us the booth. So we stayed pretty warm.
Yeah.
We thank our friends at Versailles. But tonight, well, it belonged to the Versailles Tigers. It was a start that went back and forth, but I think that the turning point in this game was that 4th and 1 stop by the big Gabe Tessier.
Yeah, I agree. There were 5 fourth downs for the Osage offense in this game. Every one of them was huge, obviously, but that was the difference in the game. I mean, the very first one that they had, the first 4th down that they had, the Tigers stopped them. They got the ball back in midfield, and they went down and scored their first touchdown of the game. That was just the first of 5. And the last one was, a possible game-tying drive for the Osage Indians. They had the ball. They were moving down the field. They were just outside the red zone. I think they were like on the 22 or 23. They got stopped on 4th down. Versailles got the ball back, and that's when they had that drive with the 2 huge plays. I mean, that's all they needed was 2 huge plays. They were in the end zone for a touchdown, and that was pretty much ball game. Then, there was another play where there was a pick 6. They take it back 69 yards for a touchdown. Your player of the game, Mr. Bell there. What a great kid he is, to make it a 3-touchdown difference. But the 4th downs made all the difference in the game. Actually, it was a much closer game than the final score would indicate. If Osage could have converted some of those 4th downs, they could have won this game.
4th downs, 3 turnovers for Osage, none for Versailles, if I remember correctly. I didn't keep it officially, but Versailles did a nice job, and when they needed to pick up the first down and extend the drive, they did so. So this is going to conclude our Serdike Yamaha post-game show. Chris, we'll be right back here at the Audrey J. Walton Sports Complex a week from tonight as the Eldon Mustangs.
Yeah.
That should be a good game, both teams with the win. Of course, not sure if Eldon got the win tonight, but those are 2 teams we feel fairly evenly matched, and I'll be excited to see that. So for our entire crew from Versailles, Missouri, Chris Schneider, everyone else, I'm William Holtz. Until next time, good night and God bless.
This live high school game on Lake TV is presented by Slumberland Furniture, the Midmo Sports Network, Serdike Yamaha, Marcus Sikora State Farm, Hollylift Boat Lifts, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, Quick Car in Osage Beach, Clark Tire in Sunrise Beach, Ozark Homes, Vera Cruz in Versailles, Columbia College Lake of the Ozarks, Crown Power in Eldon, the Missouri State High School Activities Association, Como Connect, Hedges Scott Funeral Homes, the Citizens for the Promotion of Sports Tourism at the Lake of the Ozarks, and LOZ Boats, the #1 Lake of the Ozarks boating community on Instagram.